What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the BallGame podcast. I'm Matt.
I'm Pete.
I'm Dean.
I'm Tom.
Oh, man,
I'm
if only,
Chris.
guys. Oh, sorry. That was horrible. I really just fucked it all up.
You know what it is? That was taking a little longer than I thought too, because it's been a while since I think we've had all
We've
of
had
us
all
here.
five
yeah.
of us.
I like burped as it was my turn. I was
that's
like,
good.
whoop, Pete.
I heard four names, and I'm like, oh, that's the
Yeah.
usual. Man, if only you guys would hear what goes on before this podcast.
If only. We just sat here for a half hour. We're so late to starting the podcast, and we still sat here
Yes.
for a half hour talking about.
So-
The unreleased files are so crazy.
yeah,
Released, they're
we're done.
the best.
Yeah, we're done.
The best ever. So yesterday, we had the national championship, the culmination of March Madness. College basketball is now over, and congratulations to the Florida Gators, the new national champs, as they defeated the Houston Cougars 65-63. What a game it was last night. What a culmination of what was originally a boring March Madness that turned into one hell of a March Madness, where we got two great games on Saturday. We got a great game last night. So it turned out to be one hell of a month and lived up to our expectations in the end. So I think a lot of us, bet Florida in different ways.
Yeah.
Didn't exactly work out for our parlays. But if you straight bet them, congrats to you. Did any of us win our brackets? Who won our brackets?
Not even close.
Came in second.
Julian.
Came in second in your league? Oh, wow.
My
I
final.
stopped looking at it.
One of my final four teams was literally Kansas. Lost the first game. My bracket was busted the first game of March Madness.
Yeah, I had Bama winning. It really wasn't good.
I took UNC, so, you know.
I fucked up bad because I took last minute. The game started at 12:15, whatever that day was, that Thursday. And I switched Duke out of my Final Four to put Arizona in just to be different.
Oof.
And if I just left Duke in there, I would have won the bracket with with flying colors. But
Colin.
oh boy, I had a good March Madness, man. I won like $1,000 from my
Dang.
plays in the
Oh, shit.
bracket.
Wow.
And shit.
Like profit?
Yeah,
Oh.
Jeez.
yeah, that's solid March Madness.
I lost a lot of money this March Madness. It was a rough one.
I lost a lot of
I didn't
aura.
do nearly as bad as I did last year, so that's
Last year I did great.
that's good. Did terrible last year. Shout out Julianne, won the bracket.
Shout out to Julianne.
That is unbelievable.
Julianne deserved it, man. Julianne's been one of the day ones in the bracket. She's
Just
been
straight
from the jump.
guessing?
Bro, you don't got to know a damn
It's
thing.
not- yeah,
You really don't got to
Did you take Florida to win?
yeah.
If there ever was a year for you to just pick the favorites over and over
Yeah,
and over
man.
again, I mean, it was this year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is one of these
It
were
was your
two
year,
1 seeds.
Julianne.
These were 2 1 seeds. The 4 1 seeds made it for the first time since 2008. We already spoke about all that last pod. Go check that out if you feel like it. But yeah, it's been chalk. It's been chalk all tournament, and here we are. So, Florida really pulled it off.
Yeah, man.
First time since back-to-back in 06-07.
It was a mess of a game too. Neither team could buy a bucket for the long, especially threes. Like neither of them were hitting threes at all. Walter Clayton was in prison in the first half, and then down the stretch of the game they came through. And, yeah.
Horrible shots.
So
by
that
the way.
Houston point guard kind of sold the last couple possessions. What's his name?
Oh, the dude Sharp who tried to. shoot the
Yeah,
last
so he
shot?
dribbled the
Yeah,
ball. Well, he got stripped and he dribbled the ball off his knee
yeah.
and then came down the floor, and
That
we all
last
saw what
shot,
happened.
yeah.
I thought it was great defense, but
It was
Yeah,
great
you-
defense. They were
bro threw the ball at the ground.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what March Madness is so fun because you never see like more hungry guys pause, than in a fucking March Madness game. You know what I mean?
Insane.
You don't have to pause everything you.
No, but
Anytime
I
you
really-
mention a man, you
You
pause.
could be hungry. You're allowed
I'm
to be
always
hungry.
I'm always hungry.
Oh, we know.
No, yeah. What? You gotta go down. Yeah. No, but the game is exactly what I thought was gonna happen. I took the Gators, and I took the under, and I switched it to the over because I was telling my AJ before the pod, I looked up the average amount of total points scored in a March Madness championship, and it said 145 points. So I was like, oh shit, 140 and a half. I was like, like, all right, I'll go with the over because statistically it should hit. And then, yeah, I made that mistake.
Safe to say it didn't.
Yeah, no, but
We took the over 131.5.
That was brutal.
crazy how that didn't
Yeah,
hit.
I took 134 and a half over.
Brutal, bro.
The game kind of had, like, I thought it would be, like, a close game.
Slugfest, yeah.
But I also thought Florida would start off slow.
I saw it too when they opened the game line on Saturday night. I saw it at 140, and I was like, "This is a trap line. Like, it's probably gonna be like a 60-60 game." And I was like, "Let me take the lowest over possible, 131, just to be safe and go over." But the under was so free.
Yeah, and
So
Seth Greenberg
silly.
was on. Seth Greenberg was on the Pat McAfee show, and he said the over is like 100% gonna hit. Safe to say that didn't happen.
Fuck you.
And I even took the lowest alternate, and it still didn't hit. So it was, yeah, it hurts. It hurts. That was the only leg of my parlay that didn't hit, and it would have been a decent payout and made me have a pretty good March. But, you know, it is what it is.
Sucks to not get a shot off at the end, too, because we were in the PlayStation party, and Chris was like, "Oh, we might see a March Madness buzzer beater in the championship right now." Like,
I thought so.
That'd be awesome. And then it just threw the ball at the ground.
Yeah.
How
Stared
close
at
were
it.
you guys? Were you guys all in Lucha's bracket?
No,
I was not.
No, you weren't.
No, I was
really.
No.
Were you? No,
I didn't know Luch did a bracket.
He didn't.
Oh, he did the boxes.
The box.
Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Sorry, I
didn't
meant the
buy
box. Sorry.
No.
I didn't do the
No?
box either.
No?
I didn't do it.
Last time I bought a box from Luch, I got fucked.
What for the Super Bowl?
Yeah, with 5-5.
Nah.
So I'm good. on the
I had the worst
boxes.
one. I think I had 5-2. Yeah,
Oh, man.
not 5-2.
No, that shit was mad funny though, because we were watching in the party, and I didn't have sound on, and like it was such a slugfest of a game, and it was like every time someone scored, it put up their stats, and it was like 6 points, 3 for 19 shooting. Like and no one was shooting good in the game. It was like a typical slugfest March Madness game, but them Gator boys stay hot, man.
Yeah.
Gator boys
I'm happy
stay
they won,
hot.
honestly.
Yeah.
Walter Clayton sucked for a majority of that game, but as per usual, came up big down the stretch. 2-on-1s, a big three, all that.
Yeah, Will
So-
Richard was huge. Fucking
Oh, he was
Elijah
awesome.
Martin's
Steph.
my dog, bro. I love
Yo,
my
he always
dog.
tries to put people in.
Yo,
body
he almost
bags.
got one.
I know he did.
Bro, early in the game, that would have been nuts, bro.
He tries
tried
to
it,
put people
bro.
in body, but
I asked Chris this after the game. What how much did Walter Clayton raise his draft stock? Like, where's he going now?
I think he's a back end of the first round.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
I think he's definitely back end.
Chris said, I think you made a good point. He was like, he's gonna be like Jaime Jaquez and those guys. Like, yeah, they're older, but once they go to the NBA and they're good players, it's gonna be like, how did this guy go?
But I
this
don't think
far?
he's an NBA starter at any
like
point.
Tyus
I
Jones.
saw someone comp
don't
Walter
even think
Clayton to Kobe White, and I like that comp.
I could
a
see
lot.
that. I
To
could
Jamal
definitely
Murray
see
too.
that.
Like,
Yeah, I saw
absolute
Jamal
ceiling.
Murray, which is like a good like ceiling,
Yeah.
but like Kobe White's a nice comp for Walter Clayton.
Like a
They're like
six-man
college
combo
profile.
guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Kobe White took a step up like recently, but like yeah. Walter Clayton could play. He could
don't-
defend too, bro. That's the thing. He's gonna
okay
be on the court.
defensively.
Yeah.
They'll target him though. He's shorter. I think he's what, 6'2"?
Yeah, but he's like 6'3", but he's
He is pretty
like
built up,
early, yeah.
He's gonna be a solid NBA player, I think. He takes ridiculous shots. He really does. I mean, shit, they go in college, but I mean, we'll see how that translates
He also
to the NBA. But
throws has some wild turnovers. Like
he has some
he
awful
chucks the ball out of
turnovers.
bounds like twice a game. It's pretty
yeah,
crazy.
just lazy passes and shit.
Yeah.
Like it's bad. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what he's gonna be like in the NBA, but I definitely think he's a late first. He had a
Sure.
similar run to something like Kemba Walker did. Just prior to this game, it was better than what Kemba Walker had done, but he wasn't great in the national championship, but they got it done. So, you know, this is one of those runs that we're going to look back on.
Is Coop
So-
going back?
No.
No.
No, right?
That was crazy.
Bro,
That they
Oh, the
what
Duke
the
game, yeah.
fuck, dude?
What do you
What the
mean?
fuck was
The Duke
that?
game?
Ending to the Duke game.
Oh.
That
You're up
was
7 with a
insane.
minute and 6 with 33 seconds left? What
Did
is that?
They didn't score in like the last 8 minutes or 10
Some
minutes of the
shit.
game or
Yeah,
some
it
shit
was
like that.
bad. It was bad.
They couldn't buy one.
No.
And then
That's
Coop had a
unreal.
shot. Coop had a shot at the end
That
of
was
the game.
like poetic, like to see Duke choke like that.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
so happy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, as a UNC fan.
It
yeah.
happens every single time that they have the top player or one of the top players in the draft where they have a good team.
No, but
They
they
never close it
crumbled
out.
like that. that was
I mean,
an
they-
all-time
Collapse.
choke job,
Yeah.
bro. They
I
had
feel like
the game.
that
on
happens every
platter.
time though.
They just come
Yeah,
up short.
but-
Yeah, they come up short.
They
yeah.
come up short. They're clearly the more talented
Yeah.
team.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
don't win.
That's funny that Coop's gonna go into the league with like that narrative of he can't close games. Because I mean, shit. In all
had a
4
lot
of
of
their
chances.
losses, he had a shot. So, and
You had a lot of chances.
When's the last time the Duke
2015,
The Duke.
who was on that
Really
team?
been that long.
Jaleel Okafor, Tyus, Justice Winslow, Quinn
Wow.
Cook, and them. Yeah.
Wow.
Man, I really thought Justice Winslow was going to be the GOAT.
We all did.
Yeah, he was that dude, bro. Yeah, I mean, that got me so aggravated. That Duke game got me so aggravated because, I mean, I had bet on Duke too.
Tyrese Proctor really tried to be the hero, bro. That shit was mad funny.
Bro really missed 2 free throws.
Shooting like 60% from free throw on the year. Had Cooper Flag wide open to just let him take the free throws. And bro said, nah, I got this. Held on to the ball, got fouled, and bricked him. Shit.
What made it worse is the fact that what's his name? What's the guy on Houston? The big man. I forget his name.
Roberts.
Shoots like 60% from the line and went ahead and
Yeah,
hit
both
both.
of them, yeah.
Hit both.
Yeah.
Like it was. Oh man, it wasn't Duke's night. It was not Duke's night. I mean, the other game was also really good. Both the games were great. I mean, all in all, like yeah, March Madness kind of sucked this year, but these last 3 games were awesome. Like they were all
the Final
bangers.
Four cooked.
Yeah, for sure.
They were all
Final Four was
bangers.
good.
So all 4 of these 1 seeds definitely showed up to play. It was a lot of fun to watch.
And the Final Four has so much aura, bro. I love how they have the benches where it's like down.
court's
like
raised.
it's just so fucking cool.
You like that?
I think it's so much. I just think it's so cool because it's like
it
different.
just scares me.
I don't
No,
like
I feel-
I don't like the people on the court. I think when it's like just the players and the coaches, that's fire. That's really, really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like special.
And I was saying in the party last night too, they be cooking with like the camera work and production in the Final Four. Like some of the shots they get, the Final Four is so much aura.
They put like the camera on the rail and they go
Yeah,
through.
yeah.
Yeah, fire.
I think we've seen now though. I mean, this has kind of been a long time college basketball thing, but you got to have an experienced team. You got to have an older team. Like the freshmen teams that are led by freshmen just aren't going to get it done, and it's proven year in and year out for the most part. So yeah, I mean, Duke had all the freshmen, couldn't win. Florida had, I think, not a single freshman played in the national championship, not one. So
Sounds right. Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane. So
Auburn has a senior citizen home.
yeah, I mean,
Comparison.
Auburn had a bunch of
Bunch of kids, a bunch of guys not going to school.
Duke was the anomaly to the whole situation. So I mean,
They actually start their 9 to 5 today. Yeah.
does anyone return for Duke? Probably
Probably
not.
not. I mean, if they can, their top guys can go to the league.
Not the
the
3
center,
freshmen, yeah.
Nupple,
Hoop, the
and the
how you say his name? Yeah.
Maliwa.
but they also have Sion James.
those guys will probably come
You think he
back.
stays-
Everyone who's not those 3 freshmen will probably come back. Proctor will probably come back too, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he definitely will. I think he definitely will. They'll be solid next year.
Yeah.
Too. So, yeah, I think that's everything for college basketball. Shout out my cousin, man. He put in a future for Florida like way back and made some good money off that. So,
Wow.
Bro, I remember we were here doing a pod early on when they played. Who was number 1 at the time? Tennessee was number
Yes.
1 at the time.
they beat him by like 20.
Stomped them, and we
Yeah.
were saying like, "Yo, the Gators might."
They started the
Yeah.
season like 6-0
Yeah.
with that win, and we were like, "Yo, the Gators might win the Natty." And
They
then-
stomped
Sure
number
as
1
shit.
Tennessee. They beat them by like 40.
Jesus.
yeah, it was they gave the signs early on. But yeah,
They're
so-
they're an all-time college team, low key. They were great.
I don't know about all time. They were great, but like
There's just no like notable names.
Notable NBA players, but like there hasn't been that many notable NBA players on
national
championship teams in a while. I feel like
I
I
mean,
guess that Nova team.
yeah,
that Nova team
Yeah.
for sure.
they were different.
But like
yeah.
prior to that, who do you got on the UConn teams? I mean, Stephon Castle, Donovan Clingan,
yeah, they're not like,
but they're not notable yet. They could be, but they're not notable yet. Prior to that, what, Kansas? Ochai Ogbaji. That's not notable.
Who the hell knows Ochai Ogbad?
Nah, he's a baller.
Well, he was a hooper in college,
Nice.
so yeah, I don't know. No, most of these national
Baylor.
champs.
Davion
Baylor.
Mitchell, I guess.
Did, yeah, but
Jared Butler, was he on that team?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
that's what
who?
I'm saying.
Nobody.
What
So
happened to
yeah,
the game I love?
North Carolina.
I was about to say this Florida team clears the 2017 North Carolina team. They'd stomp us out
Yeah,
by like 20.
I don't know about that. I mean, you're a UNC.
That
fan,
UNC
so I guess.
team's one of the weakest natty teams ever. We were ass. Bro, our best player was Justin Jackson.
Bro, he was supposed to be the truth,
he was hooping.
He was-
back
he
then.
was
Didn't you have
hooping.
Joel Berry?
Joe
No?
Barry was hooping too.
Exactly.
Joel Berry
Clayton was
barely
cooking,
cracked the
bro.
G
I'm
League
not
team,
gonna
bro.
lie.
What?
Joel Berry barely cracked the G League team.
Hey, doesn't.
He bad ankles, bro. He put his fucking ankles on the line to win the fucking natty, bro. On 2 sprained ankles, bro.
The ankles on the line.
Who's never?
Never the same after that.
It's my king.
Hey man, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's an all-time team, but it was well-rounded. It was very well-rounded.
Yeah.
So congrats, Gators.
Congrats, Gators.
Congrats,
Chomp chomp.
Congrats.
They were also down in every tournament game, which makes them pretty
That's pretty tough.
all-time. Yeah.
Like that makes them all-time, but like don't fucking go down every
a win's a win.
tournament game.
yeah, but they came back in every game. They were on the ropes against UConn the first weekend.
I know.
That's what I'm
Every
saying.
single game they were down. But nah, when I think
Stuff
of like
alike.
all time, I mean, you might be talking about the greatest of all time, but UConn the last 2 years. I mean, what they did was literally the greatest run of
Well, yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't win a game by less than like what was it, 15 points or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they were. That's just ridiculous. But yeah. So as the college basketball season ends, we do enter potentially the NBA playoffs real soon. So that means the NBA season is coming to an end as well. The regular season is soon to be over. The plan's starting on the 15th next week, I think you said. So from the 15th to the 18th, we have the NBA plan. We're not going to predict that yet. We'll predict that next week because it'll be more set in stone and we'll have a clear picture as to who's going to be playing in the Western Conference because the East is the same 4 teams pretty much every year. But the Western Conference picture is
so
still being figured out. What?
That's so funny that the same.
It's the
teams are
same 4
playing for the
teams
East
every
year. The
single
Hawks,
year.
The Bulls, the Heat, and whoever else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Irrelevancy. Yeah. The East is boring, man. But yeah, so since the regular season is soon to be over, we're going to give our picks for NBA awards. MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Most Improved. What awards am I missing? Coach of the Year? And is there a 5th?
Rookie of the year.
Rookie of the Year. Yeah, that's
Get
the
clutch
only
player
other
of
one.
the year.
So, but Rookie of the Year is so irrelevant this year.
Couldn't even tell you.
Rookie of the Year is so
Rookie of the year
irrelevant.
is beat this year.
Couldn't even tell you. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean,
Remember
it's-
the days when we had Ben Simmons versus Donovan Mitchell for Rookie of the Year? Those were the golden ages.
I mean, it would have been what's his name on the Sixers if he didn't
Derek
get hurt.
McCann, yeah.
Yeah.
But we had Wemby versus Chet going last year. Like this year we
KP
have
and Cat,
who? Stephon Castle versus
Zach Ricochet.
Zachary Ricochet, LeBron James.
Yo, he's been
Jr.
balling lately though.
Yeah, yes. he's
Zach
been pretty
Ricochet.
good.
No,
Yeah,
he's been awesome.
He better. He was what the number
Well, it
one
wasn't
pick.
number one pick,
Yeah.
but like,
He better be.
but he was easily the weakest number 1 pick like ever.
ever potentially.
People don't even know who the number 1 pick was.
Yeah.
I wasn't too familiar with his game.
This
No, I
is the
wasn't
least
either.
I've ever seen a number 1 pick spoken about.
Oh,
like
he's-
literally
He
nobody
had,
gives a shit.
I saw like last week he had 36 points and only dribbled the ball like twice,
Yeah.
something like that. It was
He's a
pretty crazy.
shooter. He's a shooter. So
I'm trying to find the odds. That's what I'm.
Of course, the Wizards have the number 1 pick, and it's the worst
That's what I'm trying to
class.
all right, so we'll start off with the
Hawks.
interesting one. We'll go with the most valuable player. This is a real debate. This is an all-time debate right now, to be completely honest.
Oh,
you
yeah,
got
the
2
Wizards have
MVPs that
Sorry.
what happened? Alex Carr?
See, I don't even.
Alex Sar's-
That's how casual I
Dean
am.
forgot who had the number 1 pick.
Exactly.
The Hawks.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
No, good job.
Right.
Who had the second
Good job,
pick?
guys.
The
Yeah,
Wizards?
the Wizards.
Yeah, no.
Was it Alex Sarr?
Yeah.
Sure was.
Third pick, Spurs, Stephon Castle.
Nah.
Nah. Who's 3? Castle was 4.
Oh, this is gross.
Don't post. Don't post this. Don't post it.
Who was the third pick in the draft?
I feel like Charlotte's usually a
I
good
think
bet.
it was.
Bronny James.
Wait, Charlotte, but who the fuck did Charlotte
Nah,
take?
Charlotte was 6. They took Saloon.
It's Castle. It's Stephon Castle.
No,
No,
he
I
was
think
third,
Castle
bro.
went 4.
The Bulls.
Nah.
Shout out Buzelis, though.
Buzelis,
He's been hooping.
yeah.
Yeah, this is nasty
The
work,
Rockets, bro. It's
like
not
high
that
key.
nasty.
Oh, it's like
Reed
Shepherd.
Reed Shepherd,
Reed
bro.
Shepherd's forgettable.
It's like
bro.
high key isn't our fault. Yeah,
He hasn't
it's,
even done
yeah,
anything.
thank you.
Bro, bringing
it's
us
the wrong
to-
sport,
Thank you for
brother.
the NFL draft
sport,
order,
brother.
bro.
Wow.
Oh my god.
He said, "Fuck you guys, I'm not doing this anymore." Okay,
That was funny.
Thank you for that, Nick.
I can't find the odds for the
Reed
MVP,
Shepherd's
but yeah.
forgettable.
I saw you type NFL. I was like,
Oh man,
Like, are
speaking
you
of
just
NFL
curious?
draft order, we got to do a mock draft soon enough. We got it. That episode's coming
Yeah.
up as well. So
Like a real one, not
What?
a fantasy one. Right.
yeah, like a real NFL mock draft where we have Lav on. So
I
Lav could carry
fucking hated that episode last year.
Oh,
I
was
hated it.
miserable. I don't want to do
It
more
was
than
so
like.
not fun.
I'm gonna be honest. I think I just want to do like the top 10.
It was so
I
not
just
fun.
wanna
last
do
It
year.
was
top
fun when
10.
we did the trades 2
The
years
mock
ago.
draft, yeah. I don't remember last year's mock draft.
Last
2
year-
years mock draft.
It
2
sucked.
years ago mock draft was lit.
Not Lav. I
We were-
love
we
you,
were
but
making live
it wasn't you
trades.
that
It was
made
great.
that
No,
episode
I just
suck.
don't know enough about it. It's
Yeah,
not,
yeah, yeah,
no,
that
yeah. Lav
episode
was
just-
fucking cooking.
Lav was awesome.
Yeah.
Lav knew ball.
Yeah.
We
Always
weren't too
knows
far
ball.
off either in our draft. It wasn't that crazy.
I drafted
No,
Will
we were
Levis, like,
we
fourth
were
overall.
very far off, Dean.
Nah, AR
I
was
traded
fourth.
up from the Bucks to pick 5 to draft AR.
Okay, he went fourth.
Yeah, that was what.
That was a fun one. That was very
All right.
entertaining. I thought
The
so.
NBA MVP.
Fuck.
Hell
see,
yeah.
This is how irrelevant the NBA is.
Shea Gills.
We're part of the problem, by the way. We're part of the problem. So, historical MVP debate. I mean, Shai is having one of the best seasons we've seen for an MVP or a potential MVP candidate, averaging 32, leading the league in scoring, and having one of the best point differentials for a team outside of the last 2 games where they've lost by 20. But the Thunder have been the best team in the NBA from wire to wire, basically. And outside of that, you have Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Jokic is having one of the best statistical seasons, if not the best statistical season we've ever seen. So this is a top 2 MVP candidates we've seen in a very long time. And one of these guys has to lose and one of these guys has to win. Does Jokic capture his 4th MVP? Does Shai get his 1st on a team that is younger than the Auburn team that just played in the Final Four? It's something that we've never seen before, and I'm curious to see where everyone goes with this one. For the record, my MVP pick is Nikola Jokic. Not a surprise. I'm the biggest Jokic guy ever, so he should go win his 4th.
It's tough. It's so close because like I feel like the MVP usually ends up being the same debate every year. It's like people end up arguing what most valuable player actually means, and then why this person deserves it because of their parameters, and sometimes people just change the definition of the term of the award. But I think I'm going Jokic too, man. I mean, it's just I know the Thunder are so good, and largely because of Shai, but bro, Jokic is just the statistical season, and then like the impact. I would love to see his on-off numbers. Like,
I think it's actually
they
like
are.
the biggest discrepancy of all time.
right. Like, I just
So Jokic is a 2-time MVP winner.
3.
3. He is having a career high in points, assists. Points is by like 4 points.
It is
Assists-
3, right?
yeah,
Are we sure?
He's averaging 30.
back to back, and then Embiid won.
Okay.
Yeah, he won 3.
Yeah.
Points, assists. Assists, he's averaging a whole assist more than he's ever averaged. And he's averaging his highest 3-point percentage. He's shooting 41.5%. It's crazy. It's astronomically insane what this man is doing.
Yeah.
This is one of, like, I don't even know if this is a hot take. This is one of the 10 greatest basketball players ever.
So I was gonna wait till after the MVP to like formally have that discussion because he would officially have 4 MVPs if he wins it.
The same as LeBron James.
But yeah, I was having that conversation with myself the other day.
So, yeah, let's give our MVP
tough.
picks, everyone,
Yeah.
and then we'll have a whole nother conversation.
So I got
about
Yoke,
this.
you got Yoke,
I got
you
Jokic.
got Yoke.
I got Jokic too.
Wow.
I feel like you're gonna say Shea.
It's Shai. It has to be Shai.
It's not,
just-
though.
It is, though. It just is. I mean, you mentioned all the stuff with Shai. He's had 30 points in damn near every game this year. He's having a guard season only comparable to Michael Jeffrey Jordan, and MJ was racking up all those MVPs. He obviously wasn't playing with Yoke, but it's the team success that moves me, and I know it's an individual award, but winning 65 games as the engine of the team is the stuff that most valuable players do. And given the fact that they've missed guys have been in and out of their lineup all year long. Chet's missed time, Hartenstein's missed time, Caruso's missed time, J-Dub's, in and out here and there. And they're loaded with depth, of course. Like, they have a deep team, so, they could handle missing out on guys more than anyone else. But the one constant all year has been Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And, I have it in front of me, teams to win 65. They're at 64 wins right now. They're going to get to 65. Teams to win 65 plus games since 2006. There's been 10 of them. The only 2 of them didn't have the MVP. One of them was Spurs in 2015, 2016. The only reason they didn't have the MVP is because another team won 65-plus games in the Warriors, who had the MVP. And then the championship team, Celtics, 07-08 Celtics, who were just a unit of a squad. But other than that, all the 65-plus team win teams have had the MVP. And I think not only do they have the team success that historically says, like, they have an MVP on their roster, he's putting up the stats. If you want to debate who has better stats, Shai versus Jokic, like, it's hard to argue Shai. Like, it's damn near impossible, given all the advanced numbers that favor Nikola Jokic. But when you look at Shai compared to other guys at his position and in terms of, like, just guard seasons, what he's doing is all-time great. The same way what Jokic is doing is all-time great.
So I was about to say exactly that. You want to look at big man seasons, and it's the same
100%, though.
So
That's what I'm saying, though. They're both having...
this is insane.
They're both having all-time great seasons in different ways. Like, they're two completely different players, and, like, I'm not knocking Jokic for it, but we all know Jokic's game is just going to be more conducive to insane, like, analytical and advanced stats than a guy like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
But it's not just that. He's an NBA champion.
No.
You know?
I mean,
that
him being an NBA champion doesn't fucking matter in the 2025 NBA.
Yeah, but it's not conducive. I mean,
No, I'm not saying he's not conducive,
conducive
to winning. I'm just saying Jokic's game is more conducive to putting up these crazy stats and, like, analytical profile that we look at it like, holy shit, he's the fucking
counting stats,
greatest of all time. You know what I mean? Like, Shai's game isn't gonna allow him to do that to that extent, but still, if you look at Shai's season and break it down, like all the 30-point games, and then again where he ranks amongst guard seasons all time, he's doing it on both ends of the floor. He's probably going to be an All-NBA defender. He'll probably sneak on to the second team.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's like 5th or 6th best odds.
But if Shai wins MVPs, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah,
I feel like this is one of these. This is one of the times where we're gonna look back in 20 years and be like, how did Jokic not win that MVP?
I feel like you can do that with either one of them.
With one of them.
But
That's
he's
the
won
thing.
3 MVPs, and this is clearly by far his best season.
Right, so it's like if his standard was, with the way he's been playing the past couple of years, if that was enough of a standard to be MVP and he's better, like logically he should.
Right,
be
you're gonna look
an
back
MVP
and
again.
study that. Yeah.
Even though, like, Shai is also having an all-time great season, and the team is having an all-time great season, which, like, I'm not knocking Jokic for, his team not being on par, but, like, Shai's,
That's another conversation.
like, I know the Thunder are deep and they're an insane team, like, they're gods, they're the number 1 seed in the West for a reason, but Shai is, like, fucking backpacking them to an extent. Like, obviously he has help, but, like, he's been 30 points per game all fucking year. Like, he has, I mean, how many straight games of 30-plus points? I think they said, like, fucking 60 or some shit, like, the other day. Like, he's...
I mean, averaging 30 with 13 assists is so insanely wild as a center.
It is.
It's
it's
so
insane.
crazy.
I know, that's a funny
It's
thing too.
insane.
He's a center.
It's hard to argue against
not. You
Jokic.
can't even look
like,
at him
it's
like
hard
that.
to
Yeah, you
argue
can't even look
against
at him
him.
as a center.
He's also 3rd in true shooting percentage in the entire NBA, and the 2
Insane.
guys above
Right,
Jokic.
it's the
He's
efficiency
going to finish
too.
top 3 in total points, rebounds, assists, and steals. Like, what he's doing is insane, yo. Like, I can't...
I feel like a lot of like.
Yo, stomp him out, brother.
I feel like.
God.
I feel like.
Stomp him.
What is it?
A bug.
I feel like the NBA voters are just not gonna give it to Jokic, and I feel like they're not gonna give it to him because of the fact of, like, now he has the same amount as, like, a LeBron.
I just don't think it's a voter fatigue thing. Like, I just think Shai has the more compelling MVP case. Like, I just feel like in all our lives, in all sports, like, the team success has, whether you like it or not, the team success has mattered to an extent in MVP voting. And it's not like this is, like, close in terms of their team success. Like, the Thunder are the heavy favorites to win the NBA championship. The Nuggets are, depending on how this week goes, might slip into the fucking play-in. You know what I mean? Like, it's a wide gap in their team success. And I feel like if the individual stuff is as close as it is, like, you have to factor that in to some extent.
But it's
right?
not really close. The individual
is,
stuff.
though,
The
I
individual
feel
stuff's
like.
not close.
Okay, so I'll just say this. I don't want to, like, bring up advanced stats because, like, Jokic will just blow everyone out of the water with that. But when so I watched the video recently on like this historical MVP debate, and Shai takes his team from a good NBA team to a historically great
that's
NBA
Jokic's
team.
best argument for sure.
Jokic takes his team from the worst team in the NBA to one of the best teams in the NBA. So that's like, it's like, and I because you can make the argument on both sides. Like, it's like, would I rather a guy take someone from good to historical, or would I rather a guy take a team from bad to good?
Right.
And it's like,
I feel like historical is
so
like not more impressive, but like for the MVP, like bro, the Nuggets are deliberately tanking their team so Jokic could rack up these Mickey Mouse MVPs. They keep trotting out DeAndre Jordan out there, so Jokic is on off numbers. So good.
fuck off.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Fuck off with that bullshit.
They're doing it on
They
purpose.
have, and this is just a whole
Like,
nother
this
conversation.
has been the Nuggets for years, like, and it's not a knock on Jokic, but like their roster, like Jokic is just fucking god, but like outside of that, their roster construction's pretty fucking.
So that's what I was
ass,
about to say.
and they keep like depleting, like
Getting
losing
worse,
talent.
No,
Yeah,
they're
yeah, yeah.
actually
like they're ass.
it is so bad because you look at that team on a night that, like, say Jokic isn't playing, and they actually look so incapable, whether Jamal's playing or not, of playing basketball.
Like they lost, bro. He had a 60-point triple double and they lost. Like, and that's not a knock on Jokic. That's
I don't
not
know
a knock on Jokic at all.
how they failed him this bad is
Really
my
bad.
problem. Like, I don't understand. The one time he had a team that was competent, like 1-8, he fucking won a title. And now you look at their team and it's like, can you name 6 players in their rotation that should be in a playoff rotation? Like, Michael Porter Jr. is solid and he should be in a playoff rotation. That's not what I'm saying. But for him to be your, third leading scorer, like,
Yeah.
are we at that point now? Jamal Murray, what depends on the night. Aaron Gordon is probably your second best player, which is a fucking problem. Like,
Westbrook.
jeez. He's either blowing the game with an open layup or fouling somebody to lose it, and it's
Well, he did
sometimes
both,
in the
actually,
same
yeah, I
game,
was gonna say, he did
sometimes in the
both.
same game.
Right after
I like
one
Christian
another.
Brown.
Christian Brown's great.
Christian Brown's one
You
of
would.
one of the.
What does that mean?
You would. You know what it means.
Yo, he's dating Gia Duddy too, bro. He's living the life
I
over
don't know
there.
who that is.
Christian Brown,
She's
yeah,
probably hot.
yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. So
From Will Levis to
That's what I don't know who that is.
the
Christian
Will
Brown.
Levis ex. I don't know if.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
sure.
I don't know if you've seen certain videos
No, yeah.
that circulate the internet.
the Will Levis video.
Yeah, no, I'm familiar. Yeah. I got the reference.
He's
I
a
was
fan of
watching
it,
that
yeah.
shit last night.
Who's Gia Duddy though?
He's trying to play it off like he doesn't know.
no, I really.
No, he doesn't. He was focused on something else in that video.
yeah, yeah.
He's the red rocket for a reason.
You're the only person that calls him that.
I thought that was Andy
Well, I
Dalton.
call him that.
Yeah.
He's the red rifle.
Yo, I need to.
No, he's the Rocket.
He's the red rifle.
No, I've known Andy
Mike's
to be
like on my
the
chin.
Rocket.
Let's fucking move it.
No, I would have to move.
You
the
might
whole
want to
thing.
fact check that. I think he's the
Andy
red
Dalton's
rifle.
the Red Rocket.
Yeah.
No, he's the red rifle.
Nope. He's the red.
No,
Yeah.
Look it up. Look it up.
He's the Red Rocket. Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton.
Dalton was the OG Red Rocket.
Do you think he has a rocket?
No.
He's got a
Possibly.
nice head of hair. These days.
The red rifle. Thank you. Thank you.
Whatever.
Wow.
Anyway.
Fuck you.
Jokic is the
MVP. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Jokic because of the fact that, and you said it before, the term MVP just changes by the year, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking about who is actually the most valuable player to their team in the NBA, Nikola Jokic is going to win the award every single year. Like,
feel like-
that's just a fact.
I feel like LeBron fucked it up because it used to just go to the best player. Like, basically, who was the
Yeah.
best player with the best stats, best team, whatever. And then LeBron just kept winning them, and he was the best player in the league for 15 to 20 years. And they were like, well, we can't give it to this guy every year.
I love
so
Steve Nash, but Steve Nash shouldn't have won over Kobe that in what?
Barkley got
2008?
one. Karl Malone got
Karl Malone
one.
True,
got one
yeah,
back in
yeah,
the
Steve
Jordan
Nash
days
got him,
too.
yeah.
Steve Nash should not have had 2 MVPs. No way.
I mean, you could argue
In a
that,
league
but
with Kobe when Kobe was at his best, no shot.
Steve Nash.
Not better than Kobe.
Probably no,
Okay.
not as a basketball player, but
All right.
I just feel like-
MVP
That's what I'm
seasons
saying,
were
the
great.
MVP doesn't
Like Derrick
always-
Rose,
Yeah, I guess.
sorry,
not
but Derrick Rose
run,
probably shouldn't have won his MVP. But
No, it should have been LeBron.
But that's what I'm saying. It's always not gone to. That's what I'm saying, though. Shai has a better case than Derrick Rose had.
Yeah. No,
absolutely.
But here's the thing, Chris. Like, Shai would probably win MVP
in a lot
almost
of other
any
years.
other year in NBA history. Like, almost any other year in NBA
Any other
history.
Jokic MVP, he's winning.
I agree. He would win any of the other Jokic MVPs. I just think this is the best season we've seen from Jokic, who has already won 3 MVPs, and it is on par, if not better, than the historically great season.
I guess
that
the
Shai's
argument
had.
is like, is he having a better season because the team is worse? You know, like
I mean, he's dog. Like I agree.
But he's the
with-
reason
I-
the team is
I-
even
I agree
relevant.
with you guys. Like Jokic's playing, like the efficiency is just like it's insane that it's gotten better. Like it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. He's not normal. But I don't know. Shai has a great fucking case. And like, sure, the team's not as bad without Shai off, but like, I mean, we could definitely have the argument that Shai's the most valuable player to his team too. I mean, like I said, they've been dealing with injuries and guys in and out of the lineup all year. The one constant for them all year has been Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and him being that constant has led them to 65 plus wins and running away with the wild, wild West. That's so good and so competitive. They've ran away, like it wasn't even close.
Yeah.
From basically game 3, like it was the Western Conference race was cooked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like they just surged out of nowhere and took the West. Like they've had the West on locks all year.
I mean,
All
frankly,
year long.
I'm not gonna mind whoever wins it this year. Like I really,
No, yeah.
I think both of them are very
Out of left
deserving
field,
of
like
it.
fucking somebody else wins it.
I'm pissed about this whole Nuggets situation, to be quite honest, more so than anything else. Because, like, you really have, like I said before, one of the 10 greatest basketball players to ever live. In all seriousness, like he's that damn good, and you fumbled your roster this much to where you can't even put a team that. I mean, I don't know if people are taking them as a legitimate title contender. I don't think they are that. Granted, they have
No, they
Jokic, so
fell
anything can happen.
They fell off, but like they still do have the best player in the world. So
But you can't win in the NBA like
you got a
that.
slim shot.
You can't win in the NBA like that anymore, and that's just a fact of life now. Like if you're
sure.
going to win in the NBA, you more than likely need multiple stars on your team.
Sure.
You need multiple guys that on any given night can go hang 30, 40 on you. And
I still think they can beat anyone but OKC in the West.
probably. I mean, yeah, but there's the thing that you just said. There's a
Right.
there's a caveat.
Well, yeah, because they're just the best team ever.
I just think that it's probably OKC that's going to come out of the West at this point, but I don't trust anyone else on the Nuggets in a 7-game series.
yeah.
Not even Jamal Murray anymore. Like, because what are you getting from Jamal Murray? Like, it just seems like he's a shell of himself on some nights, and then he's going for 40 on another night. Like, it's not the same guy that we've seen in the past. So they failed Jokic so miserably, and it actually pisses me off because it's wasting one of the greatest careers we've ever seen. So
I just feel like it's also so hard to build an NBA roster now with the CBA rules. You know, like they won their championship, and I think for the Denver Nuggets, I think they're happy with their one championship, and they're not necessarily clawing their way back to another. And they're kind of content with having the MVP and the best player in the world while already having a ring in the last 5 years. I think that's just the culture
that's
of what the
fucking
organization
sickening.
is. Is it sickening? Because if I'm a Knicks fan and my team wins a championship, I'm cool for the next 20 years.
yes,
Yeah, but I
here's
want them-
the-
I don't want
here's
them
the
to give up.
difference,
I want
Dean.
them to
We
keep
don't have
trying.
one of the 10 greatest basketball players to ever live.
But even if I did,
You have the opportunity.
Even if I did,
it doesn't take much to build a title contender around this guy.
but that's not true though.
Yeah, it does.
That's not true though because they kind of screwed themselves with the contracts they gave out to MPJ and Jamal
And
like,
not
what
getting
are they
back
supposed
the role players.
But how are they supposed to get back the role players, Matt? They can't pay the role players as much as other teams can. Like the way the rosters are constructed, it just doesn't work like that anymore.
I'm going to keep it a buck. I don't think the problem with the Nuggets is the role players. I think they've drafted extremely well, and guys have filled the voids of the guys they've lost. I think the problem is the inconsistency of Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr.
They haven't lived up
That's
to what they're
why they've
supposed to
fallen
do.
off the
I
Nuggets.
agree.
I think the role players, that it's not KCP and Bruce Brown, but like Christian Brown and Peyton Watson and them dudes, like they go out there and do their, like Christian Brown's having
Christian
averaging,
Brown's
like,
having a great
fucking
season.
15 points. Like,
Christian
he's
Brown's
been
having a great
insane,
season,
yeah.
but it's like Peyton Watson being in your rotation when he's literally a negative offensively. He's great defensively, don't get me wrong, but he's nothing offensively. Like Julian Strawther, like
but
I
he's in
know.
your
what even
rotation.
is
I mean,
that?
like,
To be a
like
defensive
Russ,
guy.
like, listen, like, it's been a bad last week for Russ. But
been
Russ,
awesome this year.
Russ, for the most part, has been awesome for them. So, like, they're not as deep as like a team like the Thunder, but like they've gotten stuff out of their role players this year. I feel like the thing with the Nuggets is why like we somewhat hold out hope for them. It's not only Jokic, but it's a tiny like belief that maybe Jamal Murray could kick into gear and have a playoff run. You know what I mean?
they got
He's usually a playoff riser.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
They got to trade Michael Porter Jr. this offseason. Like this.
That's why we don't look at them as a contender, though, because we don't know what we're getting out of Jamal and MPJ, I think. I feel like it's not the role players with them.
I agree.
If we knew we were getting Jamal from,
If you're getting
2
playoff
years
Jamal
ago,
from 2 years ago, then they're entitled contender.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But like, is that gone? Is that not there anymore?
like that
So I
This?
I don't know.
The dog.
I hate this whole situation because like, how do you have a top 10 talent ever and you just
dog.
Not your dog.
So let me ask you, Dean, that statement that you just made. You get one title and you're content with it. So for the Knicks, like if we had Jokic, we won one title, you'd be like, all right, cool. We could take a step back now.
Considering we haven't won one since 1973, yeah.
You wouldn't look at it as like we could really build a dynasty here.
I think it's just with this NBA landscape, it's really, really tough. Like the Nuggets were clearly just not a dynasty. You know, it's not multiple young superstars. It's Jamal Murray, which Jamal Murray has a ceiling. Michael Porter Jr. has a ceiling. It's not the Boston Celtics with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and it's not that. It's not the Thunder with all these picks and young players. It's a different type of team, and I think I don't think there's anything wrong with NBA teams chasing one championship and
Selling out
being
for one
okay with it.
championship,
It's a
like-
small market. Denver is not the smallest market, but it's a smaller market. Denver, who hasn't won a ton in their franchise history.
I don't totally disagree. They went all in to win that one championship. They got it. And
If
then,
I'm a Denver Nugget fan, I'm happy, bro. I get to go to Nugget games and watch the best player in the world play, and I have a ring to show for it, and I'm happy.
Yeah, and at some point over these next few years, they're going to completely retool the whole
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Oh, they have.
He's the best player in Nugget history.
Jokic ain't going nowhere.
No,
like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I mean?
Can't
they're-
trade him.
Right, and he's not going to...
But hey,
he
we
ain't
said
gonna
that
wanna-
about Luka.
Nah.
So
The
No,
argument that
even.
the Nuggets have done wrong to Jokic, I don't think is true. I just don't see that.
I definitely think it's true.
It's
You're
not
wasting
true.
one of the greatest primes we've ever seen.
I think they
But
could
it's
have
not
done
a
a better
waste.
job.
It is a
I
waste.
I
agree,
don't
yeah.
think it's
No,
a
it's
waste.
not.
Yeah,
It's
I agree.
literally a waste.
In no way do
I
I
think
think getting an
they've
NBA
made-
championship and 4 MVPs, almost
3
4
MVPs,
MVPs, is a waste.
They've
That's
made
not
a
waste.
lot of, like, they could have done more, but they've also, like, done a lot of good things and, like I said, drafted extremely well around the edges and stuff like that. Like, I think, again, why we don't look at the Nuggets like we probably should be is it's not because of them failing Jokic. If it's because of the players failing Jokic. Like, the only reason we don't look at the Nuggets as a title contender is because of the fall off and inconsistencies of Jamal and MPJ. Like, that's the only reason to me.
yeah.
And maybe because
I
you can't
agree
trust
that's-
Russ in the playoffs.
I agree
because
that's
of
part
this
of
year.
it.
Like,
But it's like who the fuck can you trust in the playoffs? Like you have maybe 5 players that you could trust in the playoffs, and 2 of them are
yeah, but
wildly
that's not the
inconsistent, and you
front
rely on them.
office's fault that Jamal
Whose fault
fell
is that
off.
then?
The way.
Well, they retain the players that got them to
Yeah, I
win
mean,
a
Jamal
championship.
was
What else do you want them to
God-tier in the
do?
playoffs.
They did not retain the players that. The
But you're
entire
not
play-
retaining all your role players. Role players, I'm sorry, are interchangeable. That's the point of role players, that you could,
Yeah.
as
Go
they
out and get
age
more,
and
yeah.
they're not in their prime anymore, they have smaller primes than the superstars. You change them out. That's just how NBA is. But the guys, the cornerstones of the championship team are still there.
And like
And
when
they're
they
not-
went on a finals
Right.
run, bro, Jamal was averaging damn near 28 points per game.
No, he was
Like right
unbelievable.
now, we're looking at it like where he's like an inconsistent ass 19 points per game. Like, yeah, they're not going to be a title contender with.
Right.
Like,
No,
it
they
has
have
it has nothing
zero
to-
shot if
it has-
that's the Jamal
right,
Murray
that's what
you
I'm saying.
get.
It has nothing to do with the role players.
And also, like, the role players they lost, like KCP left and fell off a cliff. And he would have.
He would have been.
That
fine.
doesn't happen.
It would've been
if he-
fine,
if
but,
he
like,
stays. Like
I
that
feel
doesn't
you're
happen.
right.
You know,
though,
like,
that- yeah.
Bruce
Like, you
Brown
are
too.
right.
Bruce Brown left and doesn't play anymore. You know what I mean?
But
Like,
does that not make?
But the thing
It
is,
doesn't. It
but,
don't, like-
right, exactly. That's the
My
point.
point is
though.
they hit
It's
their
so
ceiling, probably.
and the guys are so interchangeable playing with Yoke that it doesn't matter if you have Bruce Brown there. You
Right.
can plug Christian Brown in there, and it's fine.
Right.
Good coaching.
You can
and
plug in fucking Russell Westbrook in there.
But
and it'll
that's
be
my
fine,
but that's
you know?
my point. Like my point is the fact that you have a Christian Brown, and if he's your 7th or 8th guy, you are over the moon because that is one of the best 7th or 8th guys in the league. Because you kept the Bruce Brown, because you kept the KCP, and you have a deep rotation that you don't have to. But what I'm saying
You're
is,
not
you don't
keeping
have
37-year-old KCP. That's the
literally
point.
like 30. But okay,
Okay, and he's
37.
past his prime clearly. He's not the same KCP that won a
he
championship.
literally had the best season of his career last year with the Nuggets.
and he's not anymore.
Because he's on the fucking Magic. Poverty. Literal poverty.
Yeah, but it's not.
Bruce
Maybe
Brown had the
he's the
best year of
reason
his
why they're
career with the
poverty.
Nuggets. Like,
But you get a
and
guy.
then they
that-
leave.
No. But you get the same kind of guy, a younger player with more control to plug into his role. And right, like you
And
said,
now you lose that
they
guy
play
at
in the
the-
Nugget system, and they will get there.
And now,
Hopefully.
I feel
exactly. But now you lose that guy at the towards the back of your rotation that makes your team so special.
No, I feel you. Like they would be better if they kept some guys, but I think the point we're making
Shit, even
is
Jeff
that,
Green, bro.
is that they're not. That's not why they're not a title contender, if that makes sense. Like, sure, they maybe win a few more games if they have those guys, but the reason they're not, again, the reason they're not a
I'm
title
not so
contender
sure
is 'cause-
that doesn't put you over the top again.
I don't
And I
think
know
so,
it's crazy
bro.
to say like a Bruce Brown and a KCP. Does that put the Nuggets over the top? But
That doesn't
it
change
I
changes.
just think for when you play next to Jokic, those guys are easily replaceable.
But
I
your
think that's the
defense
point
is now
that
one of the
we're-
worst in the league after being one of the best in the league.
Okay, but
And you
doesn't-
lose
It
that's
still doesn't change the fact that Jamal Murray's streaky as hell.
Yeah.
Aaron Gordon's streaky as hell.
but those are two guys that
Michael
potentially on a
Porter's-
given night can pick that up.
Freaking missing half the time. Huh?
Those are two guys that on a
but
given
that's
night can
the
pick
point,
that up.
Though, like Bruce Brown and KCP or not, like if Jamal
Bro, there
Murray,
were nights where Bruce Brown
I
was
know,
going for
but
25
you're missing
in the
the
playoffs,
point,
bro.
You're missing
But
the
so does
point,
Christian
bro.
Brown.
Yeah, you're missing the point. The point is like Bruce Brown and KCP or not, the Nuggets are not a contender if Jamal Murray doesn't play great, and they could potentially be a contender if Jamal Murray plays great, and that's just it.
In the playoffs? Yeah.
And if Jamal and MPJ are playing great, playing better, will the other guys probably not in turn play better as well?
Yeah. Opens the game up. Why is this here, bro?
Yeah.
I mean,
You know,
probably.
You know,
would,
like
you
that.
would hope so.
My point in the KCP, like KCP, like for him to be the best he ever was last year and the worst he ever was this year means he probably hit his ceiling last year. And same thing with Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown hit his ceiling in Denver with that playoff run and then left and hasn't really played much since.
Or is it
You know?
just they played with that
Yeah, they
guy?
could have maintained that
A
level
little bit of both.
play,
Yeah, you know,
but
Like,
I really don't think they're missing out on much though. There,
I just
I don't think they're missing out on much, like in terms of the difference between being a title contender or not. Again, like I don't think that's the reason we look at the Nuggets differently. They're still getting good, like valuable shit out of the role players they have.
Jamal and MPJ are gonna should make the role players better, not the other way around.
Like a month
Right,
ago when
yeah.
we did the like title contenders and shit, and we said the Nuggets are title contenders, like they're gonna. I think I picked them to win it all. It was because Jamal had like a good month of an insane
Yeah,
month of
yeah.
basketball. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
That's literally the difference with them. To me, that's all it is.
What do we get?
Like even this team that going into the playoffs right now looks like they have no shot. If Jamal Murray's averaging damn near 30, the Nuggets are gonna have a fucking shot.
Yeah.
They have the best player in the world. Like
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
care what Russ and Christian Brown and all them guys are doing.
Yeah, yeah.
If Yoke is there and you know what you're gonna get out of Yoke and Jamal Murray's giving you an efficient 30, like they have a shot.
shit, even in a
Just put Jamal in front of the Lakers.
Like,
Put Jamal in front of the
Well,
Lakers.
that's the point, right? Like the Nuggets haven't necessarily failed Jokic. It's his co-stars. who
Right.
failed
That's what I
Jokic.
mean.
Yeah,
I don't think
that's
it's a
what
front
I agree,
office
yeah.
thing. I think it's the
Do you
players.
think it's the players themselves?
Front
who
office
failed
hasn't been
Nikola
perfect.
Jokic?
Like we said,
They
like,
definitely haven't been perfect.
Yeah, they could have made. Some
I mean,
better
I
moves,
always
you know,
thought
but-
Jamal Murray wasn't that guy, but like he had a playoff run where he was that
did it,
guy,
yeah.
but he needs to like that. That's just what it is. Like
That's
you,
what
you
is
need
required.
to have- you need to
MPJ
have two guys.
definitely ain't a guy.
Maybe
You
they
need to
just
have two
trust
guys.
Jamal to
Sucks,
be
man.
the playoff.
He's literally a
fighter.
spot up shooter.
You know,
Like,
they just
Yes.
trust him
That's all
to
he
be a
is.
playoff performer.
As they
Yeah.
should. As they
He
should.
is.
They-
And yeah, like,
they-
we've
I mean,
seen
if he
him-
does it again,
That's what I'm saying. Like
then forget. Like, I am stupid. I'm dumb. It's a horrible take.
he's
but,
never
like,
been an all-star, but yet in multiple playoff runs, he's flipped that switch and
He'll drop
played at that
50.
level. You know, like
100%.
I wouldn't be
he hasn't
surprised
just
if he,
played like an all-star.
I wouldn't be
He's played like a
surprised if he got it
superstar,
if he got it back. You know, like
100%.
I don't know, man. This is
Maybe he's like LeBron.
some guys are just built for the
But if you
playoffs.
want to say like that's on the front office for not getting more of a sure thing than that you have to like question like, oh, is he going to turn into prime Michael Jordan or is he going to be ass like something more consistent? But again, they won
It
a
worked. Yeah, it
championship with
worked.
him. Like you can't.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
I'd rather keep the guy who's mid during the year but turns it on. I know he plays in the
Yeah.
playoffs.
I think the retool is this offseason. If it's gonna happen.
I mean, if
at
they're
any
like a
point.
first round exit, you're thinking about
Everyone.
moving everyone.
You,
Everyone's
yeah, everybody except for Jokic is available. For
where are
trade.
they? What are they? 3 seed or 4 seed right now? I mean, it could
They're
change by the
falling.
fucking.
They're
might not
playing,
be that high. Yeah, they
um,
might be 6-7, bro.
No,
yeah.
Like 6'7"?
Well, I think it depends how this week
6'7".
goes. But
they're 4 right now.
4.
But yeah, they're a game ahead of 8. So
so the 4 seed.
they
so
play the
really,
Clippers first round.
If
not
you
to bring-
say the
not-
4 seed, they could be the 8 seed tomorrow.
Okay, but not to bring up MVP again. If the Nuggets end up being the 4 seed, Jokic is the MVP.
The 4 seed compared to like how
How good the 1 seed
dominant the 1 seed
Right.
is like doesn't move me. I'm not going.
Yeah, but it's better than like the 8.
I don't think
I
it makes a
could-
difference.
I
Yeah,
could
it
see
definitely
if they
does.
fall. If
I
they
don't
fall
think it
to
makes a
8,
difference because
okay.
it's
Oh,
a
if they
game
fall
difference.
to 8, forget it.
Yeah, it
though.
helps
But
Jokic's
it's-
case.
But that's not how
but-
they're looking at it.
I know,
Like, they're
yeah,
looking
but,
at
like-
it as
I really got
It-
to pee. Sorry, guys.
no, go for it.
Good, bro.
They gave Russ an MVP as a 6 seed.
That was
7 seed,
completely
whatever it
different, though.
was.
That was a
But
third
I don't
point.
even think Russ should have. Like, I think Harden should have won.
In
that
hindsight?
I
one.
think
Like,
Russ should have won that.
yeah,
I
in
think
hindsight,
Russ
sure.
should have won that MVP.
It's
I
close. It was the
100%
same as this,
It was super
though.
close, yeah.
It was the same as this. It's dumb close. Like, you can't really argue either which way.
It's yeah.
Both have extremely great cases, and like you said before, both guys in almost any other year win the MVP.
the MVP
Like,
100,000%. Yes.
has to be the greatest non-MVP season ever between like greatest season
Whoever
to not win an MVP.
doesn't win
you know
it,
what I mean?
it's
Yeah.
going to be one of probably the greatest non-MVP
Yeah,
season
like-
ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's wild. It's insane. But yeah, so I'll ask you guys the question. Do you think Nikola Jokic is one of the 10 best basketball players to ever live?
Yeah. No.
No.
I think he's
No. Like
no. I don't think. I think
10?
he's
No.
top 10 in.
There's
Not saying
not far off,
resume, not saying accomplishments.
resumes
saying,
always when you get to these guys at the top,
Yeah.
the resume is always gonna matter. Bro.
Yeah.
They're all like if you just want to go off eye tests, they're all fucking insane. So when
Yeah.
you get up here, you gotta
You gotta have the.
when you get to the cream of the crop, you gotta look at their resumes.
gotta have the
And there's
accolades
guys
to back
with,
it up.
yeah,
and
with
all, yeah.
multiple
an NBA
championships.
title and
Like,
4 MVPs.
he's up there. He's up there.
He's yeah. I don't think he's quite top 10. Like
He
I said,
wins
I
the
went through
MVP
it.
this year. He's lock top 15.
Yeah.
Like no question.
Oh my god, I think he's
yeah.
already
Yeah,
top
yeah.
15 in my personal opinion, but okay. All right. That's fair. I mean,
It's tough with Yoke because he plays the
Do
center.
you think Jokic, Matty JX? Do you think Jokic top 10? One of the 10 greatest basketball players we've ever
If
seen.
he wins another MVP, easily. Not even close. Yeah. How many guys have 4 MVPs and a championship?
That's
I
resume.
mean,
That is
where do
resume.
y'all
guys, I
have,
think
where do y'all
3
have
guys.
Steph?
We would have to write a list.
Let's make a list.
Steph's top 10.
LeBron, MJ.
Bron, MJ, Kareem. Cool. No order. Magic
Shaq.
is in there.
Shaq.
Oh, Shaq, I think, is in there.
I would have Curry
Sure.
over Shaq personally, but
Okay, so Curry, Shaq are in there. So that's
Kobe.
5.
Kobe.
Kobe.
I don't know if Kobe's in there.
Top what?
Top 10. Yeah.
Top 10.
I'd have Curry.
yeah.
I'd have Curry 5th.
Oh, did you say Kobe? Did you say Kobe or?
All right, well, the
Kobe?
ranking doesn't matter.
Yeah,
We're
just the
getting
name.
guys.
Kobe Bryant is
Duncan?
100% a top 10 player of all time.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't think so?
Well, we're talking about it's not even are you top 10. It's this guy or Yoke right now. So Kobe over Yoke.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 6.
Duncan.
Kobe over
Duncan.
Yoke?
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe we hold Kobe for a sec. Duncan, yes.
Will?
I was gonna say Kobe's
Bill,
one of the non-negotiables, but all right.
Bill Russell?
Um,
Are we throwing Bill Russell?
It's so hard.
Nine
Played-
rings?
played
fuck
so-
Bill Russell and fuck his
So
11
good.
rings
Russell-
in the
Russell hold.
1960s,
Okay.
bro.
Okay.
Magic and Larry.
Fuck
Larry,
that.
I'm
yeah.
taking Magic
Bullshit.
and Larry.
I'll take
Yeah.
Magic
Over
and Larry.
Jokic? Yeah.
Okay.
But you're taking Magic.
Jokic is just a taller Larry Bird.
Okay.
Hakeem?
I
would take
I
Jokic
think that's
over
where the
Hakeem.
conversation
Jokic.
starts.
I still
honestly.
take Hakeem over Jokic.
I'd
It's
take
so
Jokic
close,
over
bro.
Hakeem,
There's
bro.
no
It's
way.
close,
I'd
bro.
take
can't.
Jokic over Hakeem.
You can't.
Bro, Hakeem was doing crazy shit, and like
You can't put him over.
Sure.
you got to think about the eras. So like I know like if you drop Jokic back then, he'd be like an alien. But like I feel like if Hakeem played in today's NBA, where
he'd
shit's
also
more
be an alien.
Hakeem's one of the
open-
transcendent
Yeah, like
greats.
Hakeem
Yeah,
would
yeah.
be
That's a true all-time
insane
great.
in today's era.
That's the
like,
testament of an all-time great is transcending eras. And
Yeah,
Hakeem's
but-
which
definitely one of
Jokic
those,
could do. Like
Jokic would
Jokic,
average 40, 20, and 20.
100%.
100%.
Would he?
Yeah.
Maybe not 40,
I
20,
don't know about
20,
40,
but
20.
40, 20,
but-
and 7.
Thing is with
Cut his assists
Hakeem,
by
like,
13.
and I know Jokic has the argument for
No,
being the
rebounds.
best offensive player
Oh.
literally ever. Like
Yes.
Hakeem has a pretty damn good case to be the best defensive player ever,
Yeah.
and he's like a god offensively.
Yeah, but you
He's
like
2 rings.
Still
unfortunately,
28
Yeah, but
night,
in
those
these
two
lists,
rings were the 2 years that Michael Jordan wasn't playing.
And
Like
You
Michael
have to
Jordan said
take
the
into
one person
account-
he was afraid to play.
I was about to say it's like it sucks that when he got there, Michael was not
Michael bowed out.
around. Yeah, Michael backed out, but like we were robbed of
LeBron
that.
would never.
maybe that's the
That's
reason
another
why he was even there.
LeBron would never get
Hakeem?
suspended for
He
gambling.
would never
Well,
back
he
out.
was in the Western Conference. He
Wait,
could
is
have got
LeBron
there
not in top 10
regardless.
conversation?
So
Yeah, he's the best.
What?
Sure.
LeBron's the
Do we even say his name?
Yeah,
bro.
Is it? Okay.
LeBron was the first guy we said.
Making sure my notorious
Yeah, but
goat.
3 MVPs.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Nah, if we're not taking Bill
That
Russell,
100-point game didn't happen.
Low key, yeah.
it's a conspiracy theory.
But,
If we're not taking Bill Russell, I'm not taking Will Chamberlain.
I agree.
Okay.
Fuck them.
tough. It's-
Fuck
So-
them 60s, bro.
no, Bill.
8
I
teams?
get Bill. I mean, Bill Russell was a 6'9" center. Like but Wilt was a
Hey, look, Bill Russell was Bam before Bam, all right?
sure.
But is Bam the GOAT?
Bam fucking sucks.
Is Bam the GOAT?
All right, let's be real for a second. All right, Jimmy Butler, Kevin Durant.
Katie,
I mean, Katie ain't far, but
yeah.
He's not top 10. No, I'm just joking.
Katie is not top 10. Not
Giannis?
even. Not
Giannis
even.
over Jokic?
No.
No way.
No.
It's not. I don't think it's that crazy.
It is. No.
It's not close. Giannis and Jokic are not close.
I think in all-time rankings, I think they're.
What are you
Pretty
face
close.
palming for? Giannis and
Not
Jokic are not
close.
close.
They're not.
Not
I think it's
close.
crazy.
They're not
right?
close.
It's not close.
If we're doing an all-time ranking, they're probably
They're
like
probably two spots.
off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, they're not.
Are they?
Yes,
They're not.
bro.
Giannis is a top 15 player or top like 17. Like
He's a two-time MVP
in
and
that
champion.
range. Yeah.
Jokic is
Defensive player of the
probably
year?
10th.
Giannis,
Giannis
is
is
top
pushing.
20.
He's top 20. Giannis is
definitely top
probably around the 18 and 20 mark.
I think we're holding on too hard onto history.
But
Like,
that
let,
eight
let there
spots,
something new be made. Like Jokic is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I'm
Like, I
I'm
don't know.
so high on Jokic being one of the greatest NBA players ever.
Me too.
It's just like I get from an eye test standpoint, 100%.
From
Like
a resume
and counting
standpoint, too. Like, what are we
standpoint
talking
he's
and
had
resume.
one like insane, like one like great playoff run.
I mean,
talking about
no,
guys
let's
who
not.
have-
Let's not, because he has had multiple elite playoff runs, but his team has failed him over and over and over.
Yeah, but in the
again.
grand scheme of like the all-time greats, he has one championship. That's just all the other guys we
and
named
4
have.
MVPs
Sure, yeah,
or 3.
yeah,
Well, 3 guaranteed,
3, yeah.
potentially
Okay,
a 4.
but like how many other okay, we named all
He's
the other
up there.
dynasties
You gotta
and they're
be
all above
picky
him.
with these.
Yeah, you have to
Agreed.
nitpick. Yeah,
but,
that's what I'm saying.
But like,
Yeah,
who
100%.
else are you putting over him?
That
we
doesn't mean
said all those guys.
He's close to Giannis. He's far and away
But if like
above
that's, I
Giannis.
agree. Like if you're really gonna make this like an argument of Giannis versus Jokic, like he has an extra MVP over him. He has made
No, I'm not saying Giannis
More-
is better than Jokic, but like it's closer than you guys are making it out to be. Like Giannis is an all-time great, and
he's
it's own
definitely an
right.
all-time.
But
great.
Jokic is very clearly a better, all-time better, right now better, was always and will be better.
Yes, he's a greater.
I'm
talent.
just saying it. Yeah, but I just don't think the gap is. All right, I guess. Yeah, sure.
I mean, Jokic has been the best player in the NBA for
Yeah,
what,
no.
6
He
years
just
now?
has like I don't know, an extra dimension to the offensive game that Giannis.
No,
Has never ever
100%.
reached.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Giannis is
multiple
defensive player of the year,
different
too,
dimensions.
I
Multiple
don't know.
different
I watched
dimensions.
Giannis have fucking 50 points in a closeout game of a finals, bro. Like,
Giannis is defensive player of the year too.
yeah, he's not a
Defense is-
slouch.
Yeah,
It's a dimension.
yeah.
It's
One of the dimensions.
One of the
definitely a
dimensions.
dimension.
Yeah.
where it's like an extra like clearing.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I
I think Jokic clears him offensively, but that's just me. So
Yeah.
Well, no shit. Yeah.
he's probably the greatest offensive talent ever.
I guess. I mean,
Thing
now
is,
you're just making up
Giannis
words.
is
Like,
not,
It's not.
No,
Like,
no,
it's-
I know, but like, yeah, I
Giannis
guess.
isn't a slouch
Yeah, exactly.
offensively.
Giannis
No,
averaged 30 a
definitely
game
not.
for like 7
Yeah,
years.
But I think that
he's
speaks
pretty
to how
damn good.
Jokic is offensively.
Jokic is God.
that he
man.
makes an all-time great, not look like a slouch, but it's really
he
nothing.
doesn't though. That's
But
the
here's
argument.
but here's
That's what
my
I'm
thing.
saying. He
Like
doesn't
what
make
you
Giannis
said
look like a
before, like you
slouch.
were naming these role players that went to other situations and are just like the worst players ever. Like Jokic made them
Yeah, it's a testament to
have their
Jokic.
best
Yeah, we said-
seasons
yeah.
of their career.
Yeah, for sure.
Consistently, like over and over again.
Absolutely.
Jamal Murray isn't this without Jokic. Aaron Gordon was irrelevant in
100%.
Orlando without Jokic. So
I mean, it's not like Giannis won a fucking ring with Chris Middleton as his second best player. Chris Middleton
Chris
isn't
Middleton
Chris
was
Middleton.
literally-
Middleton,
Put
Drew
respect
Holiday,
on-
but like
put
don't do
respect
that.
on Chris Middleton.
Bro, Chris
He was
Middleton
good.
literally turned into
Chris
Kobe.
Middleton's great.
He was an
but
all-star.
Chris Middleton
The
was
same
like
way
averaging 24 in that
come on,
playoff run
bro.
though.
The same way fucking you just said Jamal Murray and these role players aren't who they are without Jokic. The
I'm not.
Bucks
No, I'm
players
not
aren't
disagreeing
the
with.
same without Giannis.
I'm not disagreeing you. What
do you mean?
But that Bucks team is much better than the fucking Nuggets team, the supporting cast. Would you rather have Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday or Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr.?
They had DiVincenzo. He was good. Good role
They
player.
didn't. Devo was hurt for that playoff run, but
I mean, if we're bringing up
regardless-
DiVincenzo in these conversations,
I mean, shit.
I
we're
mean,
talking about
those guys
role
are
player.
better
No.
supporting cast,
Yeah.
but like Giannis won a
Giannis,
ring with
Giannis also
Chris
beat
Middleton.
Giannis
Like,
also beat a
it's-
60-win team.
It's right there.
They had Pat
It's
Connaughton.
right there, bro. Come on.
He was
It's
good.
right there.
Pat
Like,
Connaughton
that-
was good.
That Bucks team wasn't on shit either. Like
No, it was a
relative
good
to
team, though.
Brooke Lopez.
relative to NBA championship teams, the same way the Nuggets really weren't either.
I mean, shit. Drew Holiday is.
Bro, come on, bro. What are we doing?
Holiday-
It's also
Who's that
not
guy?
talked. It's also like I'm not hating on Jokic at all. It's also not talked about enough that they beat an 8 seed in the championship. Like that's in the grand scheme of great all-time greats conversations, and that's his only championship. That matters.
I mean, shit. I wanted to see the Celtics beat the Heat, but you know,
we all did, and then they fucking folded. So
what do you?
it's
Like,
not.
what are we supposed to do?
Jimmy
with
was
that?
on one of the greater runs that we've seen.
Ever.
And then he
Yeah.
ran into Jokic.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna knock Jokic for that.
No, I mean I'm just saying like
They
when
want,
you're,
but here's the thing.
when
like,
you're
if
putting
that's
him in
the-
all-time conversation, like top 10, top 15 all-time, you have to. You have to nitpick.
I guess, but like it's not like they didn't just handle business because
Like,
they
I feel like
dog
Jokic
walked the
is in
Heat.
the-
They dog walked.
should've.
Is in
Yeah.
the like Kobe, Hakeem.
Yeah.
I guess if you want to say Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlains of the
And
world
Giannis is in the
tier,
Charles-
and Giannis is the next
Charles
tier
Barkley,
after
Kevin
that,
Garnett,
where it's
like-
yeah.
yeah. But it's not that. If Giannis fucking same way we're saying, holy shit, if Jokic wins another MVP, like let's put him here. If Giannis wins an MVP or like the if game
Then they're
two with
the same
Giannis,
spot,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
winning an
Giannis
MVP
will
is a
never
lot
win
to
another
ask for.
MVP. He'll never win another MVP.
Okay,
I don't think it's impossible.
But winning another MVP is a lot to ask for.
100%.
So
I mean, he's probably going to finish what, third in MVP this year? He's not that far off.
No, but you
no, but you have to win it.
100%.
You
Given
gotta
the
have
NBA
that hardware for
landscape,
me to
he's
say
just
you
not
have that
going to win
hardware.
another one.
What happened?
Given the NBA landscape, he's just not going to win another one.
Why
I
not?
feel like that's crazy.
Wemby's on
to
the
just
rise.
come out and
Shai's in
say
the league.
Fact,
There are
bro.
other
yeah,
players. Jokic is
will
still
always
here.
be in there.
Embiid's going to be back healthy, hopefully, maybe.
Giannis
Give a fuck about
is always
Embiid.
going to be in the.
Yeah,
No,
Giannis is
Embiid,
always
you can
in the
forget
mix,
about
yeah.
Embiid.
Always
Embiid's
gonna
Yeah,
done.
but it's the
Hey.
same argument with like we were like, oh, Kawhi,
Luka.
whatever.
Yeah.
Luka, Kawhi never won an MVP. You know what I mean? Like he was always in the mix. That doesn't mean he gave him an MVP. He never got one.
Yeah, but Giannis.
Giannis already won two, but
Got two.
But he'll never win another one.
Bro,
I would have
is-
to agree with Dean. I don't think he ever wins another one either.
that's
But like,
fine.
That's
I
fair.
don't-
That's fine to say.
but like
yeah,
that's.
but-
I mean, regardless, he's still a top 20 player ever. But
Who knows? Maybe Shai wins this year and Jokic never wins another one. Wemby's on the
right.
rise.
Yeah, Wemby, Luka.
Joel Embiid's going to be
stop
heading
it,
then-
back.
Joel.
then he'll-
Stop. Mix me
then
with
he'll
you,
still
Joel. Stop.
then he'll still have more than Giannis.
That's true.
Okay.
You're right.
Joel doesn't exist, bro. Joel is he's gone. He's done. He's finished. His knees are
He should
cooked.
retire.
I don't know. Giannis is still that guy. Like he's
Yeah.
he's
No,
right
he
there,
is.
bro. He's right there.
Cooper Flag and Tyrese Maxey is going to be crazy. The next wave of Philly stars. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is a historical MVP debate. That's all.
Yeah.
we got
Giannis
out
has
of
got
this.
really unlucky these last few years.
Oh,
too,
100%.
that
really
people
unlucky. Yeah.
forget
He's had
it.
great
Bro, what did
fucking
he
years,
have the
too.
other night, bro? He had like 35,
Bro,
20, and 15. Come on,
35,
man.
20,
20 assists. Yeah.
Yeah, he's that guy.
yeah,
like,
and 17. Yeah. It's insane.
I love Giannis.
I don't think so.
Not as much. I don't know.
No, I do. I just think Jokic is so much better.
Yo, playoff roster Giannis or playoff roster Jokic?
Giannis.
Giannis.
Yeah,
Jokic was never moving like that.
No.
Bro.
Playoff roster
Jokic was like
Giannis
that,
would
yeah.
piss you off so much.
Playoff roster Ben Simmons.
I was gonna say playoff roster Ben Simmons
Playoff
might clear
roster Ben
Jokic.
Simmons
Like,
was-
You got to
Ben
make
Simmons
one, bro.
was great.
Please.
No, that's so much work.
You know who was one of the best playoff roster players of all time? John Wall. Playoff roster John
crazy
Wall
who was in my head,
crazy.
yeah.
And James Harden cocking that bitch back.
James
my
Harden,
God.
bro.
James Harden.
James
playoff
Harden was
roster.
insane. He
Bro,
was
playing with
getting
KD and
posters.
Steph on the playoff roster.
Forget it.
Was
It was actually
It was a good
stupid.
time.
bro that Nets team was really really
Yeah,
good.
that
Blake
Nets team was
Griffin.
filthy.
You made Blake Griffin sick.
He was like an 82, but he was mad good.
Yeah.
he was mad good. Oh man, the playoff
Those were
roster
the
days.
days.
Those were the days. Those were the days. Oh god. Who did Ortiz? This wasn't with the playoff roster, but who did Ortiz drop 50 on Gallo with?
Carson Edwards.
Oh my god, yes.
Carson Edwards.
Ortiz dropped 50 with Carson
Bro
Edwards
played the
on
fucking
Gallo.
Purdue game.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
Purdue Carson Edwards.
Do we want to go through the rest of these awards?
You go through them, yeah.
Defensive Player of the Year.
So I want to talk about defense play of the year because Draymond's going to win it, but I think it's insane that he just out of nowhere became the heavy favorite. Went from not being in the race a few months ago to the heavy favorite. I think it's crazy how that all happened.
They've had such a
Vegas.
turnaround as a team,
Right,
though,
but
that
like-
it does make sense. But I agree with you.
But like, if Jimmy Butler doesn't come there, do you think Draymond is like?
No,
You know what I mean?
he-
Like-
but
But
that's
it's so,
part of the.
But it's so crazy that like that's something that's completely out of Draymond's control is a contributing factor
that's
to
turned
him.
them into a good.
You know
team.
what I mean? Like
yeah, no, it's crazy because
Like-
the odds shifted so much. I thought
he's minus 500
when
right now.
Wemby got
Yeah, it's
hurt,
crazy.
when Wemby got hurt, I thought it was like
Mobes.
I
Yeah.
thought Mobley had it on lock. Maybe Jaren Jackson would get in
Yeah.
the mix, but I think it's crazy that he's the heavy betting favorite. I mean, I feel like there's so many guys. Like, I'm not saying Draymond don't deserve to be in the mix because they're what 19 and whatever since Jimmy Butler. Like,
and his
I
on-off
think.
metrics on
Yeah,
defense are
yeah, insane.
unreal. Yeah.
they're
yeah,
unreal.
they've been fucking cracked. Like, he deserves to be in the mix, but like so does Mobley and so
Yeah,
does Dyson
Mobley's-
Daniels
yeah.
and so does Jaren. Like, I feel like there's a bunch of guys who could win this award and people wouldn't be mad that the betting odds aren't really reflecting that.
Dyson deserves to be in the mix, but the Hawks are irrelevant, and the same kind of go. And the Grizzlies' defense is taking a massive step back, which takes Jaren out of it for the most part.
Oh,
too, so.
Dyson's like gonna clear like total steals
Oh,
in a season
yeah,
in
yeah.
like the past 15
Voters
years.
love stats too. So
But
Yeah.
he's got no
Dyson's
shot
having,
of
like,
winning.
one
it.
of the
no, he's not gonna win.
He's so damn. They gave one to Marcus Smart, man.
That was when they
Like,
had
if-
the best defense in the
I
league.
know,
though.
but like, fuck, if Marcus Smart could win one, what Dyson's doing this year on the perimeter, like he could win one, bro.
It all like
He's
as
the
much
best
as it.
perimeter defender, like far and away. Like, and it's not close. Like
As-
guard defender, it's not even close.
This honestly is one of those awards that really does go to team success on that end more so than anything else.
Right. So that's what a lot
I
of
don't
people
know
saying
if
about
there's-
Mobley.
sorry. I don't know if there's been a gap in the best perimeter defender in the world compared to everyone else, like Dyson
Dyson Daniels and
Daniels has
everyone
been
else.
this year since Kawhi won it when he was on the Spurs. I'm not gonna lie.
No, there hasn't.
Dyson's far and away the best like on-ball defender. Not even just on-ball, just perimeter defender in general.
No, my nose.
He was
getting
in the
stuffed.
passing lanes. I don't know, bro. I love
Can't
Dyson
breathe.
Daniels, so that's my dog.
You all right?
He in the
No,
mix.
the fan is
Mobley-
like making my fucking.
Mobley,
nose
yeah,
stuffed.
they have the team success, but they kind of fallen off a little bit towards the end
That
here,
and-
while the Warriors have risen.
A lot of people say like that he gets hunted on that side. Like the same shit with Gobert, like how Gobert in the playoffs got kind of hunted.
gets hunted?
Mobley. Like
Oh.
people. What I was reading online before, people think that's gonna happen to Mobley, and they think like
I
He
mean,
moves pretty well.
yeah, he's.
I think he does
Yeah,
too,
I think
but-
that's silly. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, even look at a guy like Bam Adebayo, right? Bam Adebayo is. We could say he's the best in terms of switching as a
Take
big,
his
right?
under on boards.
What would you rather have? A guy the same size and speed going against Bam Adebayo, or getting a switch and having
Yeah.
a smaller guy who's faster than
Right.
Bam Adebayo?
Yeah,
going, like
that's true.
they're gonna hump Bam Adebayo too to get smaller guy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
so yeah, big men are just gonna get hunted
Yeah, yeah,
naturally. Like that's basketball.
I
But
think it's Draymond, personally.
No, it is
He's a
Draymond. Like I
great
said, it's
case.
just I just can't believe he's so heavily favorited because of
Crazy.
like
I think they've-
2 months of the season.
I
you
think
know?
they've been the second best defense in the league since Jimmy got
So
there.
you know-
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
So-
that's only 2 months sample size. Like, before that, he wasn't in consideration.
Well,
you know?
no, because
So-
team success matters.
No,
like,
I think they should make
100%,
them two
yeah.
separate awards: front court and back court defensive player of the year. I think that should
so
be a thing.
convoluted.
Yeah, but it's such a
I
different
guess that's
position.
what the all defensive team is for, though.
Yeah,
I
it is,
guess,
yeah.
to give those
It's
guys
just a
love.
different
I
position.
feel you though.
Yeah.
So the top 3 in defensive rating since the All-Star break on February 16th. Number 3 is the Warriors at 109.9.
Yeah, there you go.
Number 2 is the Houston Rockets at 109.8. Number 1 at 109.2. Who is it?
Hawks.
Not the Hawks. Hawks is a crazy.
I thought you were saying because of Dyson
No,
Daniels. I thought
no,
that's where you were
not
going with
Golden
that.
State?
Okay.
No,
No,
I
they
just said Golden
Just
State was
said they were 3.
Almost said. You got to guess? Best defensive team since it's a random ass team.
Since what?
Since the All-Star break, so since February 15th. So like a month and a half now.
I think I'm gonna get it.
I don't.
Okay, see?
Not OKC.
the Knicks.
They're 6. Not the Knicks.
The Los Angeles Lakers.
Not the Lakers.
The Bucks.
Not the Bucks.
We said it's random, so the
Random,
Suns.
yeah.
The Suns,
Not
No,
the Suns.
absolutely not.
That would have been
No?
crazy.
the Rockets.
No, the Rockets
He
were
said
2.
the Rockets. Orlando Magic.
Orlando Magic. No, they're number 4 though.
The
Close.
Clippers.
Clippers are 5. Close.
Shit.
Magic. We're right there.
It's a
Pistons?
random team, not the
Oh, not the
Pistons.
random team.
More random.
The
Cleveland.
Bulls.
The
Not
Cavs?
the Bulls. Not the Cavs. Up north.
Toronto.
The Toronto Raptors have
Wow.
the best defensive rating since the All-Star break.
Have they even been
So let's
playing
give-
games?
So let's give Jakob Poeltl the defensive player, you know?
In 24 games, they're 12-12, which is pretty
Wow,
solid.
that's an improvement.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, wow.
Best
look
defense
at
in the
them.
league since the All-Star break.
That's
Let's give Jakob
Actually
Poeltl defensive
insane.
player of the year.
Defense wins games.
Championships, but
Half the
Cha-
games.
championships.
that's
defense wins half the games. It also loses half the games.
Well, the offensive loses,
Yeah.
loses the other half.
Yeah, but yeah, it's Draymond. I just think it's really like I don't think I've ever seen anything like that where like this last 2 months of the season has carried so much weight.
man. It upsets me.
It was
that
so
Wemby got
impactful.
hurt.
I mean, it's Wemby, yeah.
It was the
Isn't
most
it
impactful
insane that
trade.
They should just give it to
Draymond's
one
gonna
of
win a
Luka.
depoy in the good 2025.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking
When was
crazy.
Draymond's last depoy? Like
2016,
Yeah.
17,
That's insane.
maybe.
That's really fucking nutty.
Oh God. I mean, Rudy's won what 3 in this time span?
Rudy
Maybe
sucks.
4. Like
2.
Yeah, but having like 8 years in between is
that's got to
crazy.
be a
on the
record.
on the same team too.
For a
Like
defensive player,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
defense is about like athleticism
Right,
and
yeah.
shit. You'd say normally.
I would love to see the Warriors win a championship with Jimmy, bro. I would love it, bro.
I
It would be
want.
so
I'd
cool.
want it.
Steph
I
Curry in the
actively want
finals
that to
again.
happen.
Give it to me now, bro.
If it's not the Knicks,
Oh my
which
gosh.
I mean, hey, OG and McCall have been playing their asses off.
Steph and Draymond
Bro,
become
OG
one of
Scottie
the greatest
Pippen.
duos of all time.
Warriors right now would play
Draymond.
Lakers first
Oh,
round.
Steph and Dre, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
If he
5
wins a
rings.
ring with this fucking team,
Bro,
yeah,
5 rings is crazy.
like yeah, they are one of the greatest
him and
duos ever.
Dre.
How much
they
up
really,
the GOAT resume does Steph climb if he?
If he wins
How
it
much-
this year,
Bro,
I
he's-
mean,
this
he
year,
probably,
like,
He might have to be third.
literally
I was gonna say he
Yeah.
probably like locks in the top,
Top
5.
five. Yeah.
Well, he locks the top 5. I think
Yeah.
he's above
I'm not
Kareem.
gonna lie. This might be a hot take. All right, hear me out.
All right.
When you get to Steph Curry,
Yep.
and if he does something that we could all say cements himself into the top 5, based on his impact on the game of basketball as a whole, once he gets into the top 5, you could argue him for one, the best player ever, just for his impact on basketball. I'm not going to lie.
how many MVPs does he have? 2?
He's 2. But, like, bro, Steph
And the
fucking
only
changed the
unanimous
game,
ever.
bro.
Steph
Only
did
unanimous.
single-handedly change the game of basketball.
Bro, like, it's insane. Like, basketball isn't what we know.
Single-handedly-
And it's not like 3
guys-
peats either. He
nah.
like different rosters, bro.
You guys think you missed out
Steph
on
has won
Bitcoin?
3 different championships
Hold on, I gotta-
essentially.
Wait,
Yeah.
what are you about to say?
No, you guys think you missed out on
This should
Bitcoin?
be 4.
I was gonna buy a Curry jersey like right before he popped off, like just as was getting a little bit of like he wouldn't even have any traction. I was gonna buy a jersey for like 130 beans, bro. PSA authenticated, legit jersey.
Oh, like
Oh,
a like
shit.
a like a
Curry
legit.
jersey, yeah.
I was like, that's standard price
like,
for
you
a
know what,
jersey.
Steph,
I was gonna say that's how much you'd pay for a jersey.
I thought you were talking
no,
about like
no,
the
no,
and
a
you
wear
guys could buy one.
signed fucking jersey, and
Oh,
yeah, and because I was playing 2K, and I was like, yo, like this guy's wetty, like you know what I mean, like he was making all the shots.
Wetty?
Yeah, so I was like, yo,
you
like,
don't say
I want his
pause for-
autograph.
You don't say pause for that
Yeah,
one.
that one he doesn't pause.
Oh, my bad. Well, how would he get what? Never mind. So basically, I was like, yo, I want to buy his autograph. And I went on eBay and I found one for like $130. And I was like, shit, like I should order this. Yeah, that hurts more than not buying Bitcoin. in
That
my
probably no, it
So
doesn't.
you knew
No.
Steph was gonna
No, it
pop
doesn't.
off.
opinion. I just knew it, bro.
You're like
I
LeBron.
felt it
Like
in my.
LeBron.
Yeah.
just like when Shifty created the "fuck you" 3.
No,
knew
no,
it
no,
was
no. But
gonna
real shit, like Curry didn't really have a lot of traction at that time. I literally was just playing 2K, and I was like, I really like playing with this guy.
Do you remember when
Yo,
Shifty made
I gotta
the
stop.
Fuck You 3?
What happened?
Do you remember when Shifty came up with that?
Yeah, I was. We were watching a Laker game on Discord, and we had a parlay, and he said, "Like fuck you 3," and he cashed it. And it stuck with me ever since.
He was like, "Oh, that's bars."
yeah.
I love when you tell that story because that's
Oh, it's
so,
so funny.
crazy, bro.
I thought.
I mean, the "fuck you" 3 just makes so much sense.
yeah. It's so like passionate. Like when I'm watching LeBron shoot a 3, I'm just like fuck you. Yeah.
It's just
I don't
like,
think anyone
imagine
would've.
we drop an album, right? And then we give it 2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
Now we're like, you know what? Here go 2 more for y'all.
No way.
And we call it the deluxe.
I love. Oh my god, yesterday I was craving.
You guys are on
Cheeseburger
to
Deluxe, bro.
And we call it the
bad.
deluxe album.
Thank y'all for coming. Here go 2 more for y'all.
Yabba dabba do, Old Navy.
Yo, this mic is like. I'm gonna. I gotta like. Whoosh. It's too close. See, it's like I can't stand up straight.
Move it.
No, I have to like. I have to move like the whole thing if I want to.
Oh, jeez.
All right. So that's defensive player of the year.
I don't care about
Rookie of the year is me.
Rookie of the year is probably Zachary Rousseff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
could just congrats to him.
Yo.
Coach of the year is Kenny. Is it Kenny
Dingle?
Atkinson?
I'd probably give
Might
it to
be.
Kenny.
Yeah, I
Atkinson.
think
Who,
Kenny
coaches,
Kenny
who
Atkinson.
coaches the Pistons?
What's his name?
JB Bickerstaff. Shout out to him, man. What a turnaround!
Not a
they've
bad
had.
pick.
Shout out.
Not a bad pick.
No, no.
I like that a lot.
I like it.
He turned. He
I feel
turned
like the
that team
Cavs
into.
running away with the
First seed in the East.
all
Yeah.
year too, though.
Yeah.
It's. I think it's Kenny Atkinson 100%. Most improved. It's maybe Cade.
Cade's like the betting favorite, I think.
I hate this award.
Actually, I think Dyson Daniels is the betting favorite now. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh way.
I think that's the last thing I saw.
Yeah, it's Dyson minus 240 and then Cade.
should be Norm.
Owl should be up there.
Should we parlay all this and like? Can we parlay?
You can't bet on awards.
Yeah,
Gotta
we
go
can't
to
bet on
Jersey.
awards.
Yeah.
We got to
Yeah.
go to Jersey for that.
Should we do a parlay?
We could. I think you can.
So what's our final list to make the parlay?
Well,
Yoke,
the consensus was Yoke,
Draymond,
Draymond, and
Yoke,
then
Draymond.
who's the most improved?
Kenny
player.
Atkinson,
Dyson.
Dyson Daniels, or I mean, I would say it's Cade. I would
Just
pick
choose
Cade.
all the favorites.
I mean, that's what we're doing.
Cade's not a favorite. Cade's not a
Alright, so
favorite.
I like
Yoke.
Dyson to win it. That's fun. I mean, he came out of nowhere.
I like Dyson better than like Cade winning it or like John Morant winning it.
Yeah.
You know, like it should make.
Yeah,
more
I don't like
sense, you know
Cade
what I mean?
winning
Like,
it, bro. Like we knew Cade was gonna be nice.
Right.
I agree, but like he never had a season like this either. So
Yeah, but like real ball
Problem was
knowers knew
health,
this was
yeah.
him.
They should make like a most regressed.
I feel like Dyson
That'd
Daniels
be
was
hilarious.
barely a
Paul
fucking
George.
Someone wins.
rotational
Yeah,
piece
exactly.
last year.
congratulations.
You know what I mean?
Congratulations, you won the.
We're doing that next
You
week.
got shit award.
We're giving our like pessimistic awards.
The anti
The least valuable player. The anti awards. I like
What's
that.
NBA anti-draft. Boys know the category? No, I don't.
Yay, NBA.
This is the NBA anti-draft.
Close your eyes if you want to play along.
Close your eyes if you want to get fingered.
Oh my god.
How the fuck? How did we take that leap?
Yeah. Is that the end of the NBA awards?
Yeah.
Dyson Daniels, Cade
Yeah.
Cunningham.
The end of the
who we
BallGame podcast.
I would pick Cade.
I'd go Dyson. I don't like Cade winning it.
So what's our final consensus? I just put my phone away.
Well, we're trying to
Don't
figure
give
that
it a
out,
choice.
Pete. Shut the fuck up for 30 seconds.
Make a fucking pick, all right? What the fuck's
Dyson
the,
Daniels.
the fuck's the thought process here?
So who is it? We're talking about it.
All right.
That's the
Dean,
same.
who'd you pick?
Red down.
Jokic?
I don't know. I don't like Cade.
Yeah.
Draymond.
Got it.
I don't
Dyson
like Cade
Daniels.
winning the award.
Dyson,
okay.
Daniels, okay.
Peyton Pritchard is gonna win 6 man. He's minus 1,000.
Oh yeah.
Kenny Atkinson.
Okay.
Why are you double spacing?
Kenny Atkinson is the MVP.
Malik Beasley.
Yo. How many? What the fuck?
Keep going. Keep going.
Malik Beasley's getting comeback player
Plus
of the year.
play. Yeah, comeback player of the year.
He's like minus
Yep.
1,000.
Oh, who?
Malik Beasley.
Okay.
Jalen Brunson's gonna win clutch player of the year.
You right?
Yeah.
Maybe Fox. No, Fox is hurt.
Is that what I was thinking? DeMar DeRozan is gonna win
The Jerry
Best-
West Award.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm writing it down.
DeMar DeRozan.
Not writing it down.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
DeMar DeRozan's gonna win Jerry West.
Okay.
Yo, wait.
I think Giddy wins the Karl Malone Award.
All right. Oh my god. Not P Giddy, bro.
Oh man.
Poor guy.
Who's gonna win the most handsome award?
Oh, stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
That's a TikTok. Yeah, that's a TikTok.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Actually?
Oh shit.
Yep, yeah.
Today?
Wow,
Yo,
nice.
is Giddy
Yeah,
actually up for most
Wait, for
improved
real?
or
Did
no?
I just did
He
we
should
just
be
like
in the
connect
mix.
telepathically somehow?
Yeah,
I
we
think
should
he has a
make
good
it.
case.
Together.
Awesome.
He definitely
Giddy-
like
Giddy's
top
been
five
cooking.
in the
He's been
odds.
so
He's been
good.
cooking, and I'm gonna leave that there. But yeah, he's been cooking.
All right, so apparently nobody loves money here because that list wasn't serious.
No, I was serious.
No, the first like 5 names were
No,
Okay.
what the fuck are you talking about? I would vote for the Jerry West Award to go
Jerry
to.
West Award. What's the criteria?
Yo, my butt hurts.
I mean, Deion Sanders
So-
Jr. has a case.
You mean like Shiloh or Shador?
No. Deion
His like
Sanders
fifth son
Jr.
Jr.
Yeah.
He just got called up from
from the G League.
Yeah.
What team?
The Raptor 905.
What was he averaging in the G League?
30.
Hooping.
Damn,
30.0.
Yep.
30.0.
Played 1 game. he was a walk-on G League guy.
He's gonna win MVP.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
What about G League Defensive Player of the Year? Who's winning
Yeah.
that?
I don't know. Is Mac McClung gonna win another MVP?
Serious.
Nah, they gave it to JD Davidson.
Wow.
What a name! Holy shit! I remember he was like pretty
I
fucking
remember,
good.
I remember when I lost my mind. Sorry.
All right, what's next?
I don't know if we got it in us to talk football right now, to be honest.
What are we talking about football? You've been trying to talk football for
He
like
wants to talk about.
Hey,
You
bro.
want to make it into a TikTok?
either
Wanted
talk
to
about
have
it
Russell
or
Wilson,
either talk
bro.
about it or shut the hell up about it. Like, come on.
Yeah,
Talk
take
about
your-
it. Talk about it. That's how you
No, I
said it.
know, but still, I was just
You
like,
said
hey.
talk about it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, Mike
You want to do a
Tyson.
TikTok of it,
Talking about.
What?
Russell?
What do you want me to fucking say? The
I don't-
Giants are
You're the
gonna.
one that keeps bringing it up.
Giant fans' opinion.
But how am I gonna make it?
for the pod, bro.
But how am I
We're
gonna
winning the Super Bowl?
How am I gonna make it a TikTok?
Just talk
So-
about it, bro.
Just say
This is a Giants fan's opinion on
no.
Russell Wilson.
We don't need that.
signing.
Just say something about Russell Wilson signing, but enthusiastically.
Or
Give a
just
sentence.
Whatever you wanted to say.
So Russell Wilson is a New York Giant
Stop being
now.
a
bro.
dickhead.
He said
No,
enthusiastic.
that was good. That was good. That was
He
good.
said
No,
enthusiastic.
you want to
Give your-
talk about
bro,
this,
you
and now
wanna
you're
talk about it.
mocking.
You're-
Now you're
you're
mocking.
going-
I do. I
You're
wanna
mocking
talk
yourself.
About, I wanna
mocking
talk
your
about
own
Russ and I
segment.
want to talk about Rodgers. I think they need to be spoken about.
Okay, so talk about it.
Transition us. You're the
Okay,
transition
but I didn't know
guy.
if we wanted to. We just
You're
went
the one
off
that wants to.
We went off the rails
You're off the
just
rails,
now,
bro.
so I didn't know if we wanted to end the podcast. or
You're
not.
the fan.
Justin
of the team.
Fields is a New York Jet now.
We talked about that.
No, sorry.
Yeah, you
You
weren't
guys
here.
sucks. You guys awful.
Yeah.
He sucks.
He does
Justin-
suck.
Yeah, I'm
He
not.
does suck.
No, he doesn't suck. Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
He's not good.
Oh my
Yo,
god.
transition us, bro.
He almost like opened up a can of worms there.
Yeah,
They're coming out.
Please
Oh, yeah.
don't let the fucking
Please
worms
transition.
go.
I'm
I feel
hoping
like we just
cans
unofficially did the transition, but go ahead.
So about 2 weeks ago, Russell Wilson signed with the New York Giants. It was the second vet addition that the Giants decided to make to their roster at quarterback. Jameis Winston, the other one. We gave a little bit of a Jameis Winston spiel a couple weeks ago. I'm happy about that. But I'm even happier about Russell Wilson being a New York Giant, as it gives us roster flexibility. It allows us to do multiple different things. And finally, we have some semblance of competent quarterback play, I guess I could say. Depends on your opinion of Russell Wilson. As I said, I'm happy about it. It's not a crazy contract. 1 year, $10.5 million guaranteed. And it depends on what the Giants do in the draft, but we could go a number of different ways now. So I'm very, very excited about Mr. Unlimited.
Daniel
All right,
Jones.
guys, that was the
MetLife
BallGame
Stadium.
podcast. Thanks for watching.
I was about to say
Real
no.
quick, all I'm gonna say,
Don't even put that in.
Daniel Jones is so bad
one
that
of
he's
us-
this excited about Russell Wilson. That's how fucking
Exactly.
terrible.
The perfect follow would have been no one gives a shit.
What's your like real? What's your like real opinion?
So my full opinion on the Russell Wilson move is we haven't had a quarterback that can play to the level of Russell Wilson, which isn't saying much, but we
my
needed
God,
somebody that was going to be able to get Malik Neighbors the ball and could play within structure. And Russell Wilson is a vet that is capable of doing that. And also, we would have had to
Are you
force.
okay?
What the fuck is
Bro,
wrong with you?
you're just emitting sounds over there.
No, I just emoted. I emoted, bro.
He's in the middle of
I just decided to ignore him.
He's talking. He's like, I emoted. She's spinning right now.
Rick Ross over here.
Nah.
His phone's going off.
Well, that was for yesterday. Well,
You're a little late there, buddy.
yeah. Nah, I had an emo, bro, because to be honest, I'm really
Yeah, P, what's your
TBH
opinion?
and rate.
man?
No.
TBH and rate.
TBH rate,
Your
TBH
cute wisdom.
Colin, how
Rate
big
8.
is it?
No,
Come on.
TBH rate. The reason why I emoted is because I'm actually really upset about Russell Wilson on the Giants because I really wanted to see James Winston play, and like I know I'm a Jets fan, but I wanted to see.
Don't
J-Mo
worry.
play.
We're going to see him play at some point.
Yo, it's a little combo, yo.
Yo, maybe he was on to something. when
Yo,
he did
maybe
that.
he's just ahead of his time, bro.
Maybe he was on to something.
Oh my god.
I mean, yeah.
And
I
if you don't
even
feel
know
the
what
same, then like I'm just
So what's the
surprised.
ceiling on the Giants now? Because they have Russell Wilson.
6 wins.
else. 9 wins. Ceiling?
Let's go down to
Guy,
7.5.
9-win Giants.
Bro just
7.5.
fucking said the ceiling on the Giants. The ceiling is 9 wins.
The ceiling is the roof for them,
The
bro.
floor
It's 6
is
wins.
the floor is 5. The ceiling is
No,
9.
the
is
floor is like 3.
Yeah.
No, it's
and the
not.
ceiling is
No, it's
about
not.
7.
Yo,
Roster
I'll
is
run
not that
back our
bad.
same bet as last year about
What?
the top 20 offense.
I think the Giants are also the worst team in their division, and I think that matters.
I think you're the worst team in your division.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are.
Fuck you.
Okay. I'm not talking about the Jets.
No, hey, it's lay fuck you.
Yeah, why you deflecting, bro?
Whoa,
Top 20 offense.
I think if you made
No,
that bet last year,
this
you
thing
should
is
make
one,
it this
like,
year. Like, you
I know I'm
Fast away
thinking the
from
same thing.
just
right
as if not more confident about this year.
Why it's so loud?
Can you fucking stop?
It's so loud when you touch it.
Come on.
Yeah.
The hollow
Come
wall.
on, bro.
I'll make the bet.
What are our parameters again?
They have to be top 20 in either offense or in either yards or points. So per game.
One or the other?
Yeah.
Per game?
Yeah.
Okay.
One or the other.
Let's get it. 100 beans?
50.
100 beans.
50
As
beans.
soon as they make him a
100 beans.
50
You
beans.
did 100 beans last year. They had Daniel
75.
Jones, bro.
I'm not
Make
negotiating.
him a Zal.
Yeah,
That's
so
the
you're
same
not,
as
you're
all.
not confident in it.
50 beans.
No, I'm fucking not.
We're confident in it last year.
I know, but you know what?
Nine.
Things.
Danny Dimes.
The whole offense got hurt. Daniel stinks, and we started Drew Lock and
Do you guys-
Tommy DeVito for game.
Did you guys make a bet?
Yeah, we'll talk about Aaron Rodgers another time. It's not that serious.
Wait, what? Talking about Aaron Rod- Wait, what? the
Next
fuck is
time.
going?
Next time.
Okay, okay.
Next time.
Yeah, it's not.
Maybe he'll
even
make a
that
decision by
right
next time, and we'll actually have something to talk about.
Fair. Okay.
now. Nah, he's got a whole ayahuasca retreat to go on, and he'll wait till the day before the draft or something.
He sucks.
There's chairs.
So we'll see.
Maybe
what
the day
happens.
after the draft.
Maybe if he waits till after the draft, that would be so fucked up to the Steelers.
Time is running out, so.
But I don't think he gives a fuck because he does what he wants
I don't
to
think
do.
so either.
If we've known anything, has anyone watched that Enigma documentary, by the way,
I
on
don't think
Aaron
you can say
Rodgers?
that.
Nah.
Nah, I watched the Ligma
And also, Aaron Rodgers stats.
Enigma
were
watch.
actually pretty good last year.
you know about that? The
We didn't
Ligma
win, but Aaron
documentary?
Rodgers stats were good.
Yeah, I know about it.
P, you know
You
about
like
that?
to do that shit?
Do I- wait, wait.
What?
Yo, wait.
You like to-
Pete, do you know about the Matter Daddy?
This is trap.
No.
No.
You don't know about Matter Daddy?
Nah, this is trap.
Bro, you don't know about Matter Daddy, the show?
No, it's a real show.
Yeah.
You guys all fuck. Well, no way you guys are all in on this if it's some sick fucking prank.
No. Look
not-
up,
it's not a
look
prank.
up
Why would we all be in
look
on
up
it?
like what's
Have you ever heard of a Matter Daddy?
Why not? How do you spell it?
Matter, M-A-T-T.
Matter.
You know, I think it
Daddy.
just sounded like.
Daddy.
No, but do you know what it is?
You don't know what a Matter Daddy is?
You're not gonna know what it is unless you-
MATTERDADI.
What's a matter? What does a matter, Daddy? When they.
You don't even get it. What? You don't even get it.
What?
Read it from the top.
This is a word to make someone.
No, from the
Make you.
from the top. From
This
the
is a
top.
word to make you ask someone a question. Well,
What's the
you have to say it as to describe the purpose. What's Wait, let me say it in my head fast.
No, say it out loud.
Say it out loud. For the pod. For the pod.
Just say it out loud.
Say it out loud for the pod, bro.
Dude, what does that sound like?
Just say it out loud.
say it out loud.
No,
Bro,
you're already putting my cell phone on
you're
fucking
engaged.
louder.
Just say it.
I
already
said
said
it
it.
once, then.
Come on, for the pod. For the pod.
I said it once. Wait,
No, come on.
Don't worry about it. Wait. I don't get this.
Just say it, bro.
No,
Say it.
you say it again.
No, but I'm
Matter
just
daddy.
Matter daddy.
Or Matto Daddy.
Matter daddy.
Matter daddy.
Matadadi.
Matter
I'm
daddy.
not getting. I'm not understanding this.
What does
right
it
now.
say at the top? It said it at the top.
It says- It's
No,
supposed to
he
get you
actually
that-
asked.
Oh, you asked yourself?
Yeah.
What? Ask
No, it
yourself.
says this is a word to make you ask someone a question,
So
What's the
ask-
question?
What's the question though?
but you have to say it fast as to disguise your purpose. What's a no? Nah.
He did say it
Nah.
though.
Yeah, you got it.
What is the matter, Daddy?
Nah.
He said it.
Nah.
What is the matter, Daddy?
What does it matter, daddy?
That's evil work, bro. Fucking end this shit.
He read out he described the joke in depth from Google.
And still didn't
Wait, should I
get
put,
it.
wait, Clemmy's calling. Should I answer him?
Yeah.
Hello.
Did you check my Black Ops 6?
Oh yeah, I
Well,
did.
ask him if he's ever.
Oh, if you wait, we're on the pod.
what
We're on the pod. We have a question for you.
How big is your dick?
Oh,
That wasn't the question.
About 3.
All right, nice, good to know.
feet.
Have you ever heard of a matter daddy?
Shut the fuck
Clem, bro.
How come you never find elephants playing hide and seek?
How come?
Because they're really fucking good at it.
I don't get it.
I don't understand.
Wait, Clem.
You don't get it.
Oh, because elephants don't fucking play hide and seek.
No.
Wait. I don't get
I'm
it.
so confused.
I mean, it's not funny,
Clem,
but
why
that's
you
the
not-
reason.
Why you not answer my text, bro?
That.
it's Chris.
I'm not paying for that dog shit league.
Come on.
Yo,
I was robbed blind.
yo, how
Wait, what are you not paying for?
wait,
Fantasy basketball.
Pay for it. You were in it.
I know.
Yeah, all right.
Did I
oh
pay?
no.
Yeah.
Wait, how was the chicken fingers, Clem?
Mad good, actually.
Really? Did you save the bucket?
No, I think my mother threw it away.
Yankee game?
Did you like the special sauce I put on the tendies, or did it dry up by the time you ate it?
I actually licked the bottom of the bowl.
Shit. All right, you matched my freak. All right.
What special sauce do you put on it?
I guess
From
don't get my fucking elephant joke.
what's the matter, Daddy?
Yeah, I don't know about that one. All right, we gotta go. We gotta wrap this up.
Where the fuck would you take my Call of Duty?
What? I can't hear you breaking up.
You brought the Call of Duty here. Hung up.
Why'd you take his card?
Because I couldn't find mine.
Oh, okay, nice.
Well, where do you mean you took it? Like, where is
Took
it?
the disc.
Like, where is
in
it?
my PlayStation?
Is he not home to go?
No, he is. That's why he didn't know
He
where
was
it
just
was.
wondering. He didn't check his PlayStation.
Yeah, I didn't. I forgot to tell him. I
That is
took
like
it.
in your pocket. You're like, well, you still use disc?
Sometimes because he gets discounts on games.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You don't get discount on a digital
All right.
code.
No.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, follow us on all our socials if you haven't already. Comment down below who you think is the NBA MVP, Nikola Jokic or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And let us know down in the comments, what is a matter, Daddy? And with that,
Ball game.
Ball game.
Ball
What's the
game.
matter, Daddy?